You're not going to say hello there?
No, it's your stream, for God's sake. Hi! We're here.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello there. Hello there. We're live. We're here to play some Dungeon Crawl Classics. We're learning the game tonight, so please be patient with us. I am learning to judge. Please be patient with me. We're going to do our best to make it through tonight without too much frustration. We are playing Hole in the Sky. Look at all the glare. I didn't turn my lights on. No wonder it's so dark. We're playing Hole in the Sky, which is written by none other than Brendan Lasalle, which is one of the many talented DCC writers. And this is a funnel, so it's a 0-level adventure. For anyone in chat, normally we have a whole bunch of things like where you can buy advantage and things like that for the heroes tonight. You can still do that, but instead of advantage, there's other mechanics we'll be using. Okay. The healing is not really. We can even do our second wind, I think, but
maybe 2d4s instead of 2d10s.
We'll just do 1d10.
Okay.
We'll do 1d10. It won't matter because like there's characters here tonight with only 1 hit point.
True.
Right. And it's not like, hey, I'm at 0, I start making death saves. No, at 0, you're dead. So.
Hello, Projectilist and Maggie, my friend.
Maggie and Projectilist, welcome.
Yes.
So, we're quickly just going to go around and everybody can just introduce yourself. I'm going to go through, we have links for everybody to send you to their cool places. And I can't see the screen right now. Affy, who are we talking to first?
Well, you can introduce yourself if you want.
Me?
Yeah, you're first.
I'm Jeremy. If you're here, you probably know that already. If you're here, you probably know that already. I'm with the Old Men Rolling Dice podcast, and yeah. And yourself, Affy?
I am also part of the Old Men Rolling Dice nonsense.
Yes.
Despite not being old or a man. And I'm also the co-founder of the Vactaire, which is a community of online gamers and tabletoppers and artists. And yeah.
And if you use our Discord, !Discord, it'll take you to the Vactaire Discord.
Yes. There is an Old Men Rolling Dice section on the Discord, so you can get all of your Old Men Rolling Dice updates there.
Only if you get your Old Men Rolling Dice tag, though, right?
Yes. There actually is a special link for Jeremy. So when you go to the Vactaire server from this link that I will be linking in just a moment, it will automatically put you into the Old Men Rolling Dice role. So you'll be able to see that content right away.
I don't think it let you put the link.
I did.
So fuck you and your link.
Oh,
come on!
It bumped it.
Okay.
Beeped it.
Did that show
up?
Did
that show up? Okay.
It's there now.
I went on the wrong username. I'm sorry.
Well, let's go around the table quick, and everybody can say their name and sort of where they're from, and maybe what your hopes are for DCC, what you're excited about maybe about DCC, and then yeah. Let me pull up my screen here so I can see if we go clockwise.
Kayla is first on the
I just saw you that. Kayla, who are you?
Well, I'm not Kayla. No, I'm just kidding. I am Kayla.
Oh shit, I had a moment there.
Drop my fucking cup.
I got you guys.
You did.
I'm
Not
Kayla. I'm
Kayla.
in Montana. I am one half of the Potions and Potpourri podcast, and my partner's name is Keisha. I think that's why you guys got a little scared there.
Like, wait, have I been doing this wrong since I've been playing with Keisha on Fridays?
I know, it's probably so confusing. Anyways, for tonight, and in general, I'm excited to kill some level 0 regular people and see what happens.
Chris?
Yes?
Who are you?
I am Christmas. I am the better half to DM Jeremy. I'm his younger brother. I stream on Twitch where I play Guild Wars 2, and my hope for tonight is that one of my characters will actually live.
Yeah.
Awesome. Rosanna, who are you?
My name's Rosanna. Let's see, I'm in Utah, which apparently is the #1 state for D&D. I
Is it
found
really?
out, yeah.
Fun fact.
And rando fact.
Yeah, right.
We're here for it.
Let's see, about me, I've been playing 5e for about 2 years now. Not very exciting.
I have to look up Utah to find out why. I wonder why that's the #1.
People out here just love the role play, the characters, the costumes, all that. We have Evermore, that park, that D&D park. Yeah, it's really cool.
So
yeah.
road trip to Utah, road trip to Utah, road trip to
Right.
Utah.
Well, it's pretty close to Montana, so you guys could come here too.
Hell
Rosanna, are we
yeah.
the only 2 non-Canadians in this stream?
Yes,
Guess
you are.
so.
And we're the only women. Well,
Yep.
I mean, the
Wow.
only American
Wow.
women.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow,
Just-
Affy, how does that make you feel?
I mean, there are
The only
days.
American women.
This is the problem with
Sorry,
being on Old
Abby.
Men Rolling
That's
Dice.
okay.
Didn't mean to call you out. Yeah,
It's
it's
fine.
because you're part of Old Men Rolling Dice.
It's
so
fine.
You're an honorary
It's fine.
old
Whatever.
men.
It's fine.
Fine.
I'll just
Well,
turn
that's
in my
interesting. I
vagina
didn't
card.
realize
It's
that.
fine.
Well, that's awesome. So, who do we have next? We'll keep going around. My screen keeps disappearing on me.
Next we have Ryan.
Ryan,
Hello.
Mr. Canadian Dice.
Hi, my name's Ryan. I own a little dice company called Canadian Dice. There should be a link in the description if you want to check it out.
Yeah,
I've been
send it
playing
right now.
D&D for about 20 years, and I never get to play. I only get to DM, so I'm pretty excited.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I didn't know that.
You're like a forever DM.
I am.
No longer, sir. No longer.
Like you.
Should be fun.
I'm not really. Affy constantly reminds me that I'm not a forever DM because I
Damn
play
right you're
the
not.
game. But that being said, I do feel like I'm sort of a forever DM. And we've already talked to Affy, which leaves us Cap.
Yeah, hi.
Captain-
I'm
Captain
just another
Canada.
captain. I wish. No.
Captain Canada.
My name's Alan. I come from the Instagram website, Just Another Captain. I'm actually a captain in the Canadian Armed Forces. I'm from Whitby, Ontario, Canada, and I do a lot of Instagramming. And for relaxation, I love to paint miniatures, and it's what I post a lot of when I'm not posting stuff I'm doing in the military.
You have a YouTube channel too, don't you?
Yeah, very fledgling. It's just what's on my hobby desk, stuff that I've been painting.
That's
Very
okay.
fledgling, very amateurish. It's not there yet, but check it out.
and I-
Just Another Captain.
I was looking through the basement and finding miniatures to send to you, so it is going to happen. It's
I'll
gonna
meet you
happen.
halfway. We'll grab a couple of pints and I'll do them up for you.
I will
I'm in.
split this giant box that Jeremy dropped off at my house with you.
Just
Wow.
I'll paint
Miniatures?
them. I'll paint anything.
Yeah,
for anybody,
exactly,
just send
Kayla.
it my
That's what
way.
I was thinking. Jeremy's
Just
dropping
all
off
over.
giant boxes all over the place.
Does Affy live that close to us?
Affy's in Brantford.
Oh my
What?
god.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
There's
I
like
thought that
3
was an
layers in it.
over-exaggeration.
It's a lot.
So now we
Paint
can
all
put-
those?
we're
For the
toilet
record,
paper
it
in
was
our
a
house.
Kickstarter. It was a Kickstarter that Ian on our Sunday night game backed long ago when they were coming out with the Bones line, and he got them all, and then he gave them to me, and I don't have time to paint them, so I gave them to Affy. Yes, you know. Affy likes to
Regifting.
paint.
That's how we do.
Okay, so maybe we should have done this while we went around the table, but all players here tonight have 3 peasants that they're sort of in charge of, and I really do mean they're peasants. Like, they have crappy jobs, and like some of them have starting equipment like a cart full of tomatoes or a trowel, or like their weapon is like a pitchfork or some other ridiculous implement. So we are totally going peasant here. So let's talk about the adventure, okay? So all the characters, so there's 18 characters we're talking about here, and this is truth for all of them. All of our peasants feel like they were born under the wrong sign. They were born under the wrong stars. They were meant for something else other than what they've been doing. They're not for mucking barns and saddling horses or fixing fences. There was something bigger that they were supposed to do in their life. And they've always thought this from a very young age. And then recently they started to have dreams. And in their dreams, there is always this woman dressed in blue finery, her face shrouded in shadows, and she confirms what they believe. She keeps telling them, "You're right. You weren't born under the wrong sign. There's something wrong. And she beckons you, become my ally," she intones in a ghostly tapestry of indistinct voices. "And your enemies shall become my enemies. And together we shall take back the life that was promised to you by the stars. Come and find me at the cliff." And these dreams just become repetitive. Like every night you go to bed, she shows you the cliff is always the same, and she's always standing there waiting for you at the cliff. All right? So all 18 of these peasants, not necessarily from the same villages either. I mean, if you want to say that your peasants are from the same village and they know one another, that's fine. But you sort of all come out of this dreamlike haze, and you've arrived exhausted and confused at the cliff overlooking the ocean. The scene is exactly as it appeared in your dreams, and you're suddenly grateful as this must mean that you're not insane. This is real. And there at the edge of the cliff is the woman who has haunted your dreams for months, standing behind a long table set for a banquet. Here in this wild place, there's, fine cutlery, goblets, and food. The woman is nearly 7 feet tall, and her features are inanimate and softened as if rain and wind has eroded the statue's head over time. In her left hand, she holds 2 severed human heads by the hair. And in her right hand, she holds 3 more. And as you approach, she holds all 5 up as if to greet you with their dead faces.
God.
Let's jump her.
Then those dead eyes open, and the 5 heads speak to you in unison, each in its own voice. "Welcome, brave friends. I know you have many questions, but let them wait for now. I know you must be exhausted from your journey. Sit, eat, and rest. All of your questions shall be answered this day." You notice that one of the heads, a pale-skinned outlander with bright red hair, speaks in a foreign tongue. No one understands what that head is saying. So the feast laid out before you is a feast of meat, bread, cheese, vegetables, and wine. And she motions for, even though she's got heads in her hands, she motions that you're welcome to sit. There's 20 dishes laid out in total, 10 down each side of the table. 8 on each side of the table are fresh and delicious, but 2 on each side of the table are visibly rotted. A plate of mutton crawls with maggots. A bowl of berries is green with fungus. The despoiled dishes are disgusting to look at. So what would you like to do? You're all looking at each other, strangers, on this bluff overlooking the ocean. You vaguely remember coming here. You vaguely remember walking down roads and trails together, and sort of the closer you got to the hill, the more of you there were. Like the numbers just kept growing and growing. Like maybe when you left your village, there was only 1 or 2 of you, but by the time you reached the first crossroads, there was 6. And by the time you reached the next crossroads, there was 10. And then by the time you reached the hill, there's 18 people gathered here. All of you are from sort of the same, province or kingdom, but certainly not the same village. And you remember passing people on the roads and them staring at you like you were some sort of madmen or madwomen moving along the roads and just passing you by. All of this, though, is sort of foggy and dreamlike. Only right now has everything sort of become clear.
Well, I want to take a seat. Andella, a dwarven apothecarist, is going to take a seat with not rotting food in front of her.
Okay. All right. What about your other two? Who are your other two? So we have a dwarven apothecary.
Yep.
And she sits down to eat.
Yes. We have Gwendolyn Riverspell, who is a weaver, a human weaver.
Mm-hmm. And does she sit to eat?
She's going to take some wine, but not sit.
But doesn't sit down. Okay. No. And what about your third?
Kalessa Sillin is an elven navigator. Mm-hmm. And she will stand back and just sort of watch.
Just sort of watch?
Yes.
Okay. How about Captain? How about your three peasants? Introduce them, and are they sitting to eat, or what do they do?
My three peasants are Port, who's a halfling mariner, and he's going straight for the wine because that's what every good sailor does. And Rundle, he's a healer. He's gonna go try and he's gonna kind of sit back and look around and see what's going on because he's quite petrified. This is right out of his bailiwick. And then there's Badger, who comes from the noble profession of rat catching. He's a dwarven rat catcher. Long line of rat catchers, and he, of course, being a dwarf, he's looking at the heads going, there better be meat here, and he's going straight to the table.
Okay. Sitting at a fresh plate or a not so fresh plate?
Oh, a fresh plate.
Okay. All right. Let's jump up to Kayla. Kayla, who are your three peasants, and what are their reactions?
I realized I never picked races for my people.
They should, if race wasn't noted, they're assumed to be human.
Oh, okay. Great. So I have...
I rolled lucky.
I have a spry young man named Southwesterson sit down. He pulls out a little lute because he's a minstrel. He actually pours himself a big cup of wine.
Okay.
And then my other person is a hunter named East Southley. He kind of tips his hat at all of you and sits on the very end of the table. And then finally...
Right on the table?
No, at the end of the table.
Okay.
And then he's not that bold. And then finally we have a kind of mysterious woman named North Cardinal, who is a smuggler. And she kind of silently ghosts in and takes just one of the random spots in the center of the table that's left.
Okay. Rosanna, how about your three peasants? Who do we have, and what do they do?
I got Wayne, the Wainwright, with a cart full of tomatoes.
Yes.
Ollie, the Ostler, not sure if I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah, that's right.
And
I had to actually look up what an ostler does. I guess they are like a stable hand, essentially.
Pretty much. They work at an inn. Mm-hmm. And then I have Rosine, an elven falconer.
Now, do they sit down and eat, or do they all stand back?
Wayne will approach with his cart, set it down. I got the tomatoes for you.
Ooh,
Where do you want them?
A fresh tomato. Sounds delicious.
Well, you better have copper for them.
Oh,
it's a copper piece.
No, I thought this was all free. We have this whole picnic here. And no.
Does it look like I
This
worked
is
for free?
Southwesterson, by the way. I'm good.
He'll sit down at the table and pick a good-looking plate.
Okay.
And then I have Ollie, his son. He'll sit right next to his dad, and he'll also eat. I'll have Rosine. She'll kind of look around at everyone, cross her arms, and not partake in any of the eating.
Okay. Who do we have next? Ryan, what are your guys? What are they doing?
So I got Zoth Bearbreaker. He's kind of like a local strongman. He's got huge arms, and he just kind of pushes my elf out of the way. He just shoves the elf out of the way, and he sits down at the closest table and starts just eating whatever bowl's in front of him, good or bad.
Okay. Do you want to give us the first?
Let's roll.
Let's roll. Let's roll. Let's say let's roll. Just roll the d20 since there's 20 plates set, and anything 16 or higher is one of the rotten plates.
That'd be a 4.
Nope, it's good. You're good.
All right, so he just sits down and starts eating. My rope maker, Roscoe Ropeman, he'll sit down and grab a nice looking plate of food.
Nice.
And my elven sage, Eldrin, is gonna kind of just stand back and grab a glass of wine and just kind of watch.
All right. Who do we have left? Chris?
Yep.
What's your crew doing?
All right, so Happy, Twinkle, and Frosty are standing in a circle, kind of looking at the food. When they break out into rock, paper, scissors to decide who's going to eat what.
Okay.
So
the trio of them do?
Yes. Frosty Icebottom will sit down at a good plate of food.
Okay. I like the random rolling.
Happy Jolly Flakes, who was conceived on horseback, so noble, will sit down at a good plate, and Twinkle Pepper Balls, for losing, must eat rotten food.
Okay.
So he will sit down and eat rotten food.
All right. Does he pick the maggots out, or does he just dive
in? Oh, no. They have to go right in. They're all in on this.
So Twinkle eats a bad plate.
Yep.
Love it. I don't know if I shared this properly. Do you guys see the picture on?
Yeah.
Did that come up on our DCC?
Yes, it did.
Fantasy Grounds. Okay. So as you can see, the woman is expressionless. She's just like a statue standing there. So as everyone sort of begins to eat, and some people hang back and take it all in, and poor Twinkle is pushed to a rotten plate and forced to eat from his buddies. She begins to speak again. She says, "Thank you, friends, for taking the dangerous journey to be here today. I know each of you, your minds and your hearts, and yet I must keep my identity veiled. If I were even to think my true name, it would instantly be sensed by our enemies, and they would race here to break our fellowship and confound our plans. Please let me be known to you as the Lady in Blue. Trust that I am a friend, and that and not one to mislead you." Now remember, she's not speaking this. The dead heads are.
It's really hard to believe them.
Know this: our enemies, who are indeed the enemies of all right-thinking people of this world, have kept you from living the lives you were meant to live. Each of you was born under the wrong stars, a misfortune fostered upon you by our enemies. But I wish to be your ally. I can set this misfortune right. If you wish to have me for an ally, I ask just this, that tonight, when the full moon reaches the top of the sky, you step off the cliff and onto an invisible bridge that does not yet exist, but shall exist tonight. This bridge will take you on a long journey across the ocean. This journey will be difficult, and some of you may not live to see its end, but those who do shall find the hole in the sky, a porthole to another world. The world is a prison, and its warden is a titan, a fierce creature that cannot be slain by mortal means. This titan keeps a prisoner in a cage of alderwood. Its prisoner is our ally, and to say her name aloud would give my presence away to our enemies." At this, the Lady in Blue takes a cup of wine from the banquet table. Does not let her heads down, by the way, just sort of scoops it with her loose fingers, and she carefully pours it there on the dusty ground for a moment, and you see a word written there. Now I'm not going to speak it because we don't want her enemies to hear it, but I'm going to write it in chat. If I can actually write. There we go. Can you see that?
Yeah.
I'm still learning how to use Fancygram, so I want to make sure.
Yep.
Okay, so she writes that word across, and a moment later, a mass of beetles bubbles up from the earth and devours the word. An instant later, they disappear, leaving only bare ground again. Never speak the name aloud, friends. I would ask that you take this bridge tonight under the full moon to the hole in the sky. Free our ally. Those who do shall be my trusted friend, and I shall set their stars right with this.
Oh, we lost Cap.
Oh, we lost Cap.
But in the meantime, I can share that art. Hang on a sec.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So forgive the cams being all messed up, guys, but here's what the art piece looks like. Also, Gwen puts her wine glass down after seeing that.
So as there's a pause, Happy starts looking around at everyone going, what was her name? Anyone? What was her name? No?
Nice try, friend. And then South just like strums his ukulele.
Frosty kicks Happy in the junk and he falls over.
Oh.
I love that you've created the Three Stooges. Okay. We paused for a moment, Alan. So all that's happened is that the Chris's characters have tried to bait someone into saying the name on the ground, and then one got kicked in the stones by the other one. So the lady in blue gestures as she says, those who assist her shall be my trusted friends, and their stars shall be set right. The lady in blue gestures, and you hear an immense tearing noise, as if the spinning of the world was grinding to a halt. And incredibly, a seam opens in the sky, and you are looking through into another world. One where a massive black monolith is the epicenter of what seems to like the mother of all storms. The wind blows so hard that you are shoved back, chairs toppled, even the table overturns by the wind, and food and drink are thrown out off the cliff and into the ocean. As your eyes adjust, you see that the monolith is actually the edge of an immense black wheel, and the wheel turns slowly and seems to be made of the night sky itself. You see stars clustered in groups or shining alone in its surface. As it spins, you feel as if reality itself might slip from beneath your feet at any moment. You clearly hear every word the lady in blue speaks, despite the hurricane-like winds. This is the Wheel of Destiny, one of the posters of the universe. For each brave friend who aids in the rescue of our ally and returns, I shall allow them to spin it once. One time, and the true destiny you are meant to live shall be yours. With a gesture, the lady closes the seam in the morning sky, and the winds dissipate. You see that the remnants of your feasts have all been blown into the ocean.
Oh, man.
So,
that,
we're just not going to talk about the crazy tall lady with the heads.
I mean, that shit was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. We just saw a portal to another world, and there was like this crazy force that pushed us aside. Why are we not talking about that?
Sprinkles
The
was
talking
happy when
heads.
Lasalle saw it wasn't the food.
South says he thinks he has too much wine.
I think the most important question: what happened to my cart full of tomatoes?
Not the tomatoes.
It's my
you know what?
livelihood.
Let's make a roll on that. Let's
Oh,
make
no.
a roll on that. So what we're going to do is have you make a luck roll. So if you open your character sheet at the bottom, there will be your luck stat, and just roll the d20 that's there beside luck. And it should actually, if you click and hold, it should pick up the dice.
Yep.
Then if you drop it in the chat box, that's like our dice tray essentially, and it'll record it there. Okay, so 11, and what is your luck?
-1. That's my modifier.
What's the stat?
8.
8. Okay. The majority of your tomatoes the cart has overturned, and the majority of your tomatoes have fallen off the cliff.
Can I use my luck points?
You certainly can. You certainly can. So you can spend luck, everybody.
Is this life or death?
I literally
use
is.
my luck.
Literally.
Any d20 roll you'd like, you can spend luck on. However, luck is not a stat that comes back, so you literally have to spend. You would literally reduce your luck stat. Are the tomatoes important enough for a luck stat, Dump?
Yes.
Yes, I think so too. So you rolled an 11, and your luck was
8.
8. So we were trying to get. Oh no! Wait a minute. Give me 1 second. I think you got this actually.
These tomatoes must be heirloom.
Yeah,
or
the total
something.
was 10. The total was 10. No, sorry. I was thinking that you had to get it under your luck. You don't. I had to set a DC. So I'm going to say the DC was 10. You got a 10. So the tomatoes are, across the ground, but nothing went over the cliff.
Ollie, pick up the tomatoes. Go pick up the tomatoes.
Kalesa will assist in retrieving the tomatoes.
The tomatoes? Okay.
Make sure they don't eat them.
The blue lady has disappeared just as
God.
the wind and everything like that has. It's the morning, and and she told you that the bridge would appear,
During the full moon.
During the full moon. That's right.
I
Thanks to
listen.
chat, we're referring to the lady as Vanna.
Spin the wheel.
But like emo Vanna because of the heads. Yep, I'm here
Fair
for
enough. Fair enough.
We have to wait till nighttime?
I'd like to buy a vowel. Well, you have until nighttime. Now, some of you might have some coins, and because you sort of know where you are, most of you remember passing a village known as Merkin, which you could, if there's things that you want to buy, you could go back to Merkin. Do we all know what a Merkin is?
Yeah, that's why I'm laughing.
I cracked up when I read the town's name. So Merkin is not far, and if there's things that you'd like to buy, they might be able to supply, but who knows what prices you would have to pay.
I mean, do we need to supply this journey that we're about to go on? I thought
Hell
it was
no.
just jump off the cliff and hope for the best.
So
those of you that ate, you feel really full, even if you only ate a little bit.
So just to be clear, we can jump off at any point?
No, we're supposed to jump off at the full moon, otherwise we'll probably die.
We should be making intelligence checks on that.
Are we, again, trusting the weird tall lady with
We're trusting the lady with
the severed
5
heads.
dead talking heads.
One of
that
which
showed
that
us a
wasn't
portal.
speaking normal.
Yeah, and then opened a portal to another dimension, and we're just gonna jump off a cliff. That's cool, I guess.
Seems suspicious.
Just to be clear,
Yeah.
she was a pretty lady.
Badger stands up on what would probably be a bench or stool and goes, "Oi! She gave us 3 booze. What more do you bloody want? Quit being a gifter. Let's go."
Frosty starts to dig a hole.
Who starts to dig a hole?
Frosty,
Okay.
my ditch digger, with
Okay.
a shovel.
Just doing his job.
Because clearly the world is better with more ditches.
Exactly.
Okay.
He actually digs 17 holes.
Why?
Just
I don't think
like
that's a ditch digger.
random
I think
holes.
That's a grave digger. Okay, so do we stick around through the morning, wait for night to come, or what is the party doing?
I'd like to check out the town. The nearby town. That'd be good.
Yeah, my guys are gonna go check out the town.
Happy
Yeah.
will go to town with you.
We'll go to town too. South Westerson pulls out his little ukulele and he starts strumming a little tune. We're
Just-
gonna jump off the cliff onto the bridge. Hope we don't die. Do-do-do.
Just to be clear, when Happy walks, he makes like a clapping sound.
With from what?
His hands.
This-
From
Oh, like-
what?
He was
From what?
he likes to remember his family. He was
I am
confused on
so
horseback.
happy that you said his hands because
My
Yeah.
mind went right to balls.
Well,
Yeah.
I was thinking like Monty Python with the coconuts.
I was
The
gonna do
horses.
that, but
Happy the ball clapper. Is that what we just had happen there? Okay. All right. So those that head to the village, it takes a few hours to reach there on foot, but you arrive at a tiny fishing and trade village that likely owes its fealty to a local warlord. There are 2 guards standing post at the main road. There's no walls or anything though. And you move into town and you're welcome to, there's a large fish market and a number of shops and and stands where people are selling things.
So
Wayne?
North Cardinal, my smuggler, pulls up her hood. She's a little nervous being in this town because I'm pretty sure they would recognize her.
Yeah, Wayne instantly sets up shop. Tomatoes! Tomatoes! Copper,
Yes.
get your tomatoes!
Wayne
Oh.
reminds me of the cabbage guy from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Exactly what I'm going for.
Yes.
Tomatoes,
Excellent.
My tomatoes.
tomatoes.
Okay, so Wayne starts selling tomatoes. We'll come back and make a roll to see how well he does.
Yeah, and
Um,
Ollie will assist.
Okay, that's his son, right?
Yes.
See, I'm
Sounds
getting to know these villagers.
It's like the tomato hype man.
I got your tomatoes here. Okay, so
What was the town called again?
Merkin,
Merkin, right?
Mherkin,
Oh.
Merkin.
Not even close.
That's okay. Spell phonetically, so you know.
Well, my guys are gonna look for a shop so they can get some kind of adventuring supplies as we put all our coppers together.
Yep.
Okay.
Think,
Are you looking for like weapons or what armor?
I think we're gonna look for like the basics because we don't have that much money. You can't buy a good sword with a couple of coppers. We're gonna look for like someone that's selling like some rope, some torches,
Oh, I got a rope for you, buddy.
and maybe
He's got us supplied with
like-
rope all game.
How much rope
Roscoe-
does the rope maker have?
I think it's 100 feet.
Holy
Nice. We
shit.
started with
oh, good.
none.
So I don't have to we don't have to waste our money on a rope then. But
Yeah,
like
100 feet of rope.
maybe a couple of backpacks, stuff to carry loot in.
All
Just the
right.
basics.
I'm gonna send my Zoth is gonna head over and find the closest tavern he can and start seeing how much booze he can load up.
Sure. Absolutely. Okay, so let me check if we have a pricing guide in here, which I think we do. Welcome to the wonders of. So there's certainly no problem buying booze. There's certainly no problem buying booze. And then what else were we looking for? Alan, what did you say you were
I was just,
specifically
like, the
trying to
ba-
find?
Some torches,
And backpacks.
backpack.
Yeah.
Like just I've got thief's tools. I got a sailcloth. I've got a candle in
Yeah.
my inventory, but looking for like just maybe a.
So
grappling-
there are backpacks for 2 gold.
Oh, and how many copper to a gold in this game?
A lot.
That's what I was worried about. That's what I was worried about.
So there are to 1 gold piece. So 10 copper makes a silver and 10 silver make a gold.
Okay,
Oh,
standard.
100 copper, yeah.
Yeah, 100 copper to get a
yeah. So we're not buying any backpacks. Not with our lack of mass fortune.
I don't
Now
think
you're
we're buying
welcome.
anything.
Some of your gear might be able to be sold. Like, for instance, we have tomatoes being sold now. So if you have something on your character sheet that you're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with, like,
How much could I sell my sailcloth for then?
Your sailcloth?
Port has 1 day's worth of rations, a knife that's actually a +1 dagger, and a sailcloth.
Okay. Did it say beside your character sheet like what the sailcloth was worth? Because it will sometimes do that.
No, it did not. If it did, I didn't track it down. I apologize.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Let me check. I will check that. Is anybody else looking for anything specific? Like,
Happy's looking for a lady.
You know what? I'm gonna see if I can bring up. If you go over into on the right side of Dungeon Call of Fantasy Grounds, you should be able to pull up tables under campaign. And I was hoping it would let me search the table by the number that's in the book here. I'm just seeing if it'll let me do that. It will. So if you type in 3-4, that will bring up an equipment table, and there it's all listed there.
Nice.
Neat.
And if you click on the little shield beside the item, it will give you its value. Unfortunately, most of it is in gold, but there are some things not in gold. And then as far as to be able to sell stuff off, let's get to professions here and see if it tells us what that was worth. Dun, 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 dun. Sailcloth, 2 yards. I'm gonna say that they'll offer you 5 silver for your 2 yards of sailcloth.
Sold.
Damn. Fucking rich. Kill him. Take his money.
Take his shit.
How about a fine suit of clothes?
Do you have a fine suit of clothes?
I do. Gwendolyn does.
Is she not wearing them?
Right. What are you gonna wear?
She'll go naked.
Oh
Hell
my.
yeah.
It doesn't offer any like armor or anything, so.
On the equipment list?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be on a separate list. I think it's armor 3-2. Now there are as you guys poke around and sort of figure out what's here in town to buy, there are a number of basic weapons like short swords, spears, and daggers that can be bought. There is food and drink that can be bought. There is as much as 200 feet of rope that can be bought, and enough leather armor for 3 people.
You know what chart the weapons and armor are under?
They are. Have you got an actual book or a PDF?
Can't open it. I was going to check under tables, but I wasn't sure if it was there.
That's okay. It is. It will be on. It should be under tables. You might be able to put under tables. Just search for armor, and it bring that up for you.
Go into items at the top. It'll say armor. You can click that.
Okay, and we're looking for a set of fine clothes.
Yep.
What is her what is her occupation that she has fine clothes?
Weaver.
A weaver?
Sense.
They're not silk though. It's just fine.
It just says
suit of
fine,
clothes.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not affording any equipment here. I'll tell you.
No.
I will purchase a large brown sack.
Very good.
Copper. Yeah.
I will say that your fine clothes can be sold for 5 silver, Affy.
Holy crap, you're rich.
Rich bitch.
Now
Take the
let's
money.
make a check. Let's take a check how the tomato sales are going. So
Yeah.
let's roll a personality check for your character.
How personable is he?
Not very. We'll find out.
But his
You wa-
tomatoes are good. That's what really matters.
Oh no,
Exactly.
that's good. That's good. I'm going to say that in the short time that you're there in town, you sell. I'll say 2 silver worth of tomatoes.
Yeah, on, you guys.
All right.
Which is like if you're selling them for 1 copper each, you sold like 20 tomatoes.
Not bad.
Good
Maybe
stuff.
the innkeeper comes and takes a dozen from you, that sort of thing.
Take my son. Take my son Ollie too.
Some of the best tomatoes. Some of the best tomatoes he's ever seen.
I'll sell him for a gold piece.
Oh.
Do you want to sell your son off?
Poor Ollie.
I mean,
How's he feel
he
about
works at an inn. He's probably better off being sold.
Dude.
I'll say you can sell your son for a gold piece.
God.
I'll totally allow that.
Not bad.
Do it.
Market value.
The innkeeper will take your son in if you'd like for a gold piece,
Sounds good to me.
and he can work the gold piece off. So the son's like feeling
hell,
like he's
Dad?
getting gypped out of the quest. Are you good with losing a character already?
Yes.
Okay.
He's gonna die anyway.
Well,
First
maybe.
AO.
Might as well give him a better life.
Okay, so the innkeeper gives you a gold, and the son is looking very dejected, and is led off by the innkeeper with, his bag of tomatoes, and your son,
So a gold piece.
a gold
Yeah.
piece.
Nice.
Wait.
Was
Wealthy.
that worth it?
Zoth
Does-
looks
Yes.
Do
over
we
the-
see where the innkeeper took the money from?
Sure.
Where did he take it from?
He has a purse.
It's on him or like?
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
So,
Did it sound
Zoth-
heavy? Like there was a lot in it?
Not now.
Oh, that's too bad. I was gonna hit him with a crutch.
Hit him with a crutch. Who has a crutch in your group?
Happy,
Who?
happy Jolly Flakes.
Happy Jolly Flakes walks. Is that the one that got kicked in the stones?
No,
Like, is he short a leg and you kicked him in the stones?
no, he's the guild beggar. He uses
Oh.
that to make money.
Okay. All right.
He was conceived on the horse.
So we've lost our first character. Being
That was
sold
easy.
into indentured service.
I didn't think somebody would be sold. That would be the way somebody wanted.
That's epic.
Hey,
He's
Whatever.
a good stable hand. He's an ostler. That's literally what he does.
Do you know what they're gonna do to your son?
Put him to work.
Hopefully give
they're
him an
not.
education. Yeah, they're gonna treat him well, feed him to lots of tomatoes. He's gonna be
He
super
went
happy.
to the back room.
There's
You
gonna
know
be a
what's in
room
the
boy.
back room.
Oh God. The Three Stooges
More
need to
tomatoes?
shut up.
Yeah.
The Three Stooges need to shut up.
Oh boy.
How does Ollie feel about just getting
I know.
traded? Is he sad? Is he?
I like what chat's
Upset?
saying. This is now the future big bad evil guy.
Yeah.
You
For real.
sold me. You
For
sold me
real.
for a gold piece. Okay,
My,
so you guys have done some shopping. The day is getting on, and that come once the moon rises, your bridge should be there.
I'm sorry, I wasn't able to pull up anything from the tables.
Anything? Okay, hold on a
yeah.
second.
You might have to open the module. And in
So-
order to do that,
Go open the module. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So in the right side, open library, click module,
Right. Yeah.
and activation,
Uh-huh.
and make sure that book is loaded.
Yeah, make sure the
Okay.
Dungeon Crawl Classic book is loaded and open, right?
And that should
And
generate
It
all
may
your...
take a moment.
Yeah.
It may take a
Okay.
moment to do that. Like when you click on it, it may not immediately do it, but
Okay, so I'll just grab whatever I can out of that list.
so yeah, you can
It's open now.
once it's
Okay.
open, you can come back in and check the tables. So if you type in equipment, it should bring you up the equipment table from the book. And if you type in armor, I would expect that it brings up. Maybe it doesn't.
Is there one for trade goods? Does anybody know?
Hold on. I've got the book here as well because I was worried we might have problems finding it in
Oh,
amongst.
I'm getting stuff now.
Are you
Everything's
getting it?
starting to come together. Yep.
Okay, good.
It kind of takes a while to load when you search sometimes.
Yeah, it's not always.
It like shows up red, but it's really searching. It's
So
confusing.
there's 3 suits of leather armor available, but a suit of leather armor is 20 gold pieces.
What the?
So probably
I know.
out
Who's got
of
money for
everybody's
that?
price range.
Can we
But-
steal it?
Like iron spikes are a silver piece each. That might be affordable. A torch is a copper piece.
So East Southerly wants to trade his deer pelt. I don't know how much you can
Yeah.
get for that, but he definitely needs a flask. So I think he's gonna get that.
A flask, okay.
Yeah, he needs one for
A flask
sure.
is only 3 copper.
Okay. How much
What
can I
else
get
would he
for
like?
my?
Let's say for your deer pelt, you get 2 silver.
I'll do that, and I'll buy like a torch, and then I'll just pocket the rest.
Okay.
So do I
Just
just like
club the armor guy.
do I
So-
just delete my deer pelt out of my inventory? and
Yes,
then-
you can go ahead and delete it out. And if you go over down the right hand side of Fantasy Grounds and click items, you can even just type in torch, and that should bring up up
right.
the torch, and then you can grab the shield and drag it
Yeah.
onto your inventory, and
I
it'll
actually did that through the-
automatically
Cool.
it'll
Yes.
automatically add it to your inventory.
I did that through the tables too, but I love that feature. But I just gotta do my. You said 2 silver.
Yes, a dagger is 3 gold if someone can afford that. Probably
Wow.
not.
So Zoth, who's sitting at the bar, is gonna flip a copper at the kid who was just sold and tell him to get him
Okay.
a drink.
Oh my lord! Get me a drink.
So
Hey, how you making money?
how much booze are you
He's
buying?
happy.
You tell me how much you're spending, and we'll
Well-
just figure.
I'm gonna spend 12 copper on buying a sack,
Okay.
and then I'm going to spend the rest of his copper putting booze in the sack.
All right. How much copper do you have left?
So he'd have 24 after buying a sack.
24.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put him to 0, and then you can just.
Yep. And then you just put that you have a small cask.
Okay.
In the sack. And is it beer or hard liquor? Your choice.
Let's go with hard liquor. Easier
Okay.
for transporting.
Something.
Yeah.
Whiskey or something.
Yeah.
Anybody else need help figuring out how to buy stuff? Because I don't want anyone to leave without getting what they want, so to speak.
I don't really know what I want. I think I'm good. I've got weapons for everybody, so I mean, East.
You got a
definitely
torch
needs to-
now. You got a torch
Yeah.
now.
And East definitely needs to fill his flask. He can't walk away empty flasked here.
Okay.
So, whatever that costs.
Are you just
Fill it
filling it
with
with
liquid.
water, or are you filling it with better stuff?
Water.
Water.
Please.
What the heck? Okay.
Fire
Well,
water.
It's probably only a couple copper pieces for ale.
Okay.
So like
No.
if you
like
want
liquor.
harder stuff,
Yeah.
maybe 5 copper to fill your flask.
Okay, that's fine with me. I'll do it.
We're not too worried about that. Okay. So with that, the party heads back to the bluff. Did anyone's character? Was there any of the party that didn't go to town?
Yeah, Frosty.
Yep.
He was
Okay.
grave
He was
digging.
digging 17 ditches.
So Frosty's been digging ditches all over the top of this hill. Who else
Racine-
didn't? Who else didn't go? Racine didn't.
Yep, she's still there, cross-armed, just waiting.
Okay.
And
Watching the sky.
my elf didn't go either. It's Eldrin.
Eldrin. Okay.
I don't think North would have actually gone in. She probably would have gone in, seen the guards, and turned around again.
Okay. So North went back to the hill.
I would say so. Yeah, kind of sketched her out a little bit.
Okay.
Thanks for the
Okay.
sub, Agni.
Thank you, Agni.
Thanks, Agni.
Okay, so everyone's back to the hill, and slowly but surely the sun drops below the horizon, and the moon and a full bright moon slowly takes shape in the sky. Do you wait for it to rise all the way? I think she may have
Yes.
mentioned that it has to be in the top of the sky, but so you wait and then finally it's late at night. Everybody is tired, but at the same time kind of maybe excited. You remember, you really do have this gut feeling that you were born under the wrong stars. You really feel like that you were meant for something more. So this offer, even I understand the suspicion, but there's something in sort of the, in your gut that says maybe this is how you change all that. So the moon rises until it's at its height. And the ditches have been dug.
Roscoe's gonna step forward, feeling a little brave.
Okay.
He pulls out his 100 feet of rope out of his bag.
Yep.
He ties himself to a tree,
Okay.
and he heads over to the edge.
All right. He
Frosty
gets
just runs and jumps.
So Roscoe's just at the edge looking with the rope tied firmly around his waist, and something rushes past him, and this fool just leaps. Like someone's crowd surfing. Like they just it's all
That's exactly right. He just goes.
okay. And just suddenly boom, and there's a strange sound as his body slaps against something firm, and a bit of a sound of a reverberation, and can you give me a let's see, can you give me a stamina check for Frosty to see if he knocks himself? Actually, give me a fort save to see if he just knocks himself out.
That was so close.
Oh, it's
He's
almost a 20.
Frosty is unconscious. He leaps out, like he drops a little bit, maybe 2 feet below the cliff level, and just for a moment he maybe started to panic, but he hits, and his head like right off whatever is there, and he's just lying there. And it's very strange, right? Because there's nothing there. He's just floating out there, maybe about 5 feet from the edge of the cliff.
Southwesterson is playing a lively tune on his ukulele to set the mood.
Since I'm
It's very upbeat.
firmly attached to this tree, I'm gonna walk out there and just grab him by the ankle and just pull him back up.
So as you step off, it's Roscoe, right? That's doing this.
Yeah.
So as Roscoe steps off, like he feels his foot, step down on something that's obviously firm and supportive, and then out he walks, and he's just walking on air, it would seem. He grabs Frosty by the legs and sort of like, that sound when you drag something over fresh, clean glass, like that. Just drags Frosty back to the edge and onto the hill again.
And I'm gonna continue to go back out after I've done that, and just to see how far I can go.
Yeah, you go the length of your rope. So let's say the tree is maybe 50 feet from the edge of the cliff. So you go 50 feet out onto this invisible bridge.
Okay.
Now you're just going straight out, or what do you?
Yeah, just straight out.
Yeah. So you go straight out. Everything looks good.
Looks good.
He stealthily is like, "What's out there, partner?
Air.
What else?"
I'll just come. Nothing. I'll come back over, and I'm gonna untie myself from the tree.
Yeah, Roscoe, who has led a very simple life of weaving and making ropes.
No big deal.
That was a little surreal, just sort of being out there, nothing. Yeah.
So who's the guy that's passed out?
Frosty Ice Bottom.
Frosty? Okay. Wayne will come up with the cart full
Okay.
of tomatoes. Throw them in.
Okay.
Throw them in the cart.
So Frosty's passed out in the cart, and you notice that his one front tooth half of it is gone.
Oh,
At
no.
a very
Oh, he hit hard.
at a very awkward angle.
You're assuming he has teeth.
Okay, fair. I am
That's
assuming
true.
there's teeth there.
He's an old ditch digger. Come on.
Probably just missing like the bottom teeth.
Are you telling me that? Are you telling me the ditch digger gums
No,
is?
he has
I hope
one
to God
tooth.
he lives.
He had one
He's a
tooth.
versatile
One tooth.
character.
He has one tooth, and now it is cracked. Like half of it's missing. One.
It's on a funny
Half
angle
of a
though.
tooth.
Yeah.
One half of one tooth.
I hope this is the guy that lives, and you have to play him as a first level.
I do
character.
too.
But why? Because he's the one that's got all the best stats.
No teeth.
Dude, he's got
Nothing.
one hit point. I thought he was gonna die jumping there.
Thanks for the follow,
Okay.
Goat Gaming. Hi.
Thank you. All right, so
Andella's gonna be like
you've got the unconscious Frosty in a cart, and yeah.
Andella's just going for it.
Yeah.
She's got her quarterstaff over her shoulder, and there's this dwarf ass walking. She's gone.
Always the dwarves. Always the dwarves.
Seeing as my guys are Christmas elves, Happy and Twinkle will skip across the bridge.
Someone help me with this cart.
Help! Well, you could have had some help if you didn't sell your son.
He's not mine. It's okay.
I got you. My Zoth kind of big, strong man kind of comes up and he just picks up the cart with one hand and starts walking it across.
Okay, so one by one you sort of, but everybody's in a very narrow straight line at the moment, and you start walking out. Does anyone's character not step onto the bridge?
I think so.
No, we're all going.
My elf.
If you can imagine an onlooker is like down the shore a bit, they would just see like these people in a row, climbing across the sky with the moon high above them. Sorry, Ryan, who doesn't go?
I was gonna say my elven sage is actually pretty smart, so he's probably hanging back.
Okay.
But he'll take up the rear once he sees everybody's gone onto the bridge.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, East Southley needs a little bit of liquid courage before he steps out, so he takes a big swig.
Takes a hit. Okay. Thanks for the follow, Bainstrom. Okay.
Gwendolyn is going to actually take some chalk that she just purchased and start like drawing across this surface with the chalk.
Yeah, the chalk actually. Okay. So does she go like? Are we? Everyone, I'm assuming, is just sort of moving north and south along this. Like, you don't know how wide it is.
I want to find out either.
She's not looking to find out. She's just kind of like dragging it in front of her to make sure that it doesn't stop making a mark.
Okay. Okay. So she's just dragging it. She's not trying to see how wide it is.
No.
Right? Okay. All right. So everybody starts walking, and the last to step off, your sage is there, Ryan, and can see the group sort of walking out into the darkness. The moonlight reflecting off the ocean below. There's a bit of surf, churning against the rock, and there's just a gentle breeze blowing. But it's all a little surreal. We'll get a little further out. Whose character might be near the back? Whose character might be near the back and notice that the elf has not stepped off?
Probably Gwen would have been one of the later ones to start crossing.
So Gwen looks over their shoulder and sees this smart-looking elf going like, "This is not right."
Well, come on then. It can't be that bad.
All right. He slowly 1 foot.
Yeah.
1 foot, and then gets on and starts to move along slowly and cautiously.
Just follow the chalk. It'll be fine.
All right. He gets up behind and kind of holds onto the back of her shirt and just kind of starts following along.
Yeah, North Cardinal is like desperately afraid of heights.
Okay.
So she's like kind of walking.
Oh God!
Like with her arms out.
You can't even see the bridge, right?
Well, I know. Yeah, right.
There's no choice but to realize her height.
Fuck. So she's freaking out a little bit, I'd say.
So as the group sort of begins to move along, you realize that the bridge is climbing, and it reaches a height of about a quarter mile above the ocean. Pardon me, a half mile over the ocean.
God.
So you feel quite high up.
Losing my shit.
Like the water beneath you is just sort of shimmering in the moonlight. And you walk all night, and about halfway through the night, everyone is starting to get, tired. That the adrenaline is wearing off. You've done a little bit of testing maybe along the way, and you think the bridge is about 20 feet wide. There's no way of knowing how thick it is. For now, the air at this height is quite cold, and people are sort of wrapping themselves up in what clothing they have. But everyone's starting to get a little tired, and you're thinking, You were told you were going to have to travel quite a ways on this bridge, but are you thinking, I'll leave it up to you guys. Are you going to walk right through the night, or?
I mean, we can't just camp here. What the fuck?
Nope.
We don't have enough tomatoes for everybody.
Port is just having a ball because
it's
it's
a
like being
copper
on a
piece.
sailing ship for him. He's just
Sure.
like, wow, we're over the sea. This is great. This is awesome.
He's
Giggling
he's
the
in
whole
the
way
crow's
doing it.
nest.
Not a problem. He's just encouraging, come on, guys, let's go. It'll be awesome. Woo.
Yeah, I think South would really like him, and I think South would just be like very cheerily playing the ukulele, making up little songs as he goes based on people's reactions and just kind of having a blast.
Port will be like dancing, those little seafaring chants. He's like, come on, let's go. It's like being here. It's at the time I was on the Pearl. It's awesome.
I'll also say that, Chris, your character has woken in a cart surrounded by tomatoes and two people pushing the cart.
He immediately closes his eyes like he's still passed out.
Okay. He's taking a free ride?
Oh, hell yes.
Wait, does Wayne see these?
Well, let's make a check.
Okay.
Let's make a check. Let's have what shall we do here? You know what? Let's just have a luck roll. Chris, can you make your character make a luck roll? And Wayne has an 11 in personality. So I'm going to have that set the DC. So you need to make a luck roll 11 or higher. Yeah, no, Wayne does not notice him. Wayne does not notice him. These three stooges are wily. They're wily.
Eldrin, the ever cautious elf. I'm gonna take out an iron spike out of my bag.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna like slide it along to the side of the bridge, and I want to see how far I can get the spike before it flies off the edge, if it does.
Yeah. So from the center, about 10 feet, and then it rolls off, and you just see it drop away into the darkness below.
Oh, that was worth 2 silver.
Bummer.
Well, why didn't you use something cheaper?
Characters
That's all I
are
got.
cheaper.
Could I use the tomato?
I didn't have any kids that I could throw off the edge. So.
Walk that way, boy. Walk that way. Oh, there's the edge.
No.
Told you he wasn't mine.
It
wasn't mine.
I've got a
I
follow-up
found
question
out
for
he
that.
wasn't mine.
Just not yours in the sense that you sold him, or not yours in the sense
Right.
that,
didn't
not
father
actually
him.
yours.
I did not father that son,
Ah, okay.
Why'd you let him follow you around for so long?
so I can sell him for a gold piece.
Just
You're a
waiting
cruel,
for the opportune
cruel man.
moment to sell him.
Oh.
And you thought my guys were messed up.
Yeah, I'm changing his alignment now.
That's okay. That's okay.
Chaotic.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely chaotic.
No, actually, you can still be, if you're lawful, you can still be lawful and be like, no, I mean,
Legally, he wasn't mine.
yeah.
Not your
and
responsibility.
and legally, you were paid for appropriate wage. So there you
Oh
go.
my goodness.
Okay, so we're walking right through the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except
I
for
wouldn't wanna
Port, who's
camp.
dancing through the night.
Yes. So
Frosty goes to sleep.
I know he's asleep.
Legit-
Yeah. He's
Legitimately.
not unconscious. He's actually asleep.
Are you still in
So-
the tomato cart?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It must be very
So
comfy
by
in there.
the next day, the sun comes up and you're still walking.
What the fuck? Are we walking uphill the whole time?
Vanna lied to us.
No, it's leveled out at about a half a mile.
And we're still just over the ocean.
Yes.
What the fuck? Where are we?
And
going?
now, like the land is just a sort of a line on the horizon right behind you. It's so you are we resting yet, or do we just keep pushing it?
Keep going, man. We're almost
We got to
there.
keep going.
Are you
Okay.
sure? We don't even know where we're going.
I think we
Oh.
should rest. It's very-
So
Rundle starts to panic, goes like, look, guys, we don't know how this is gonna manage to last. We got to keep going because I can't swim, dudes. Like we gotta go.
Don't worry, you
can
won't have
fix
to
things, I
swim.
can heal things, but
If we fall from
I can't
here,
swim.
you're
We
gonna
gotta go.
die.
We gotta go.
yeah, we fall from here, you're dead, bro. You don't need to
Don't
swim.
worry, you'll just die. It's fine.
half a mile into the ocean. Yeah. Pin dive, cannonball. So by midday, it begins to rain. And by the afternoon, you are in a storm. So
Start making checks for wind.
So we're gonna have everyone make a luck check for each of their characters, and if the character fails the luck check, then you will make a reflex save to see if you're blown off the bridge.
Do you just want us to do it all at once, or do you want us to have some kind of order here?
It'll probably be more. It'll probably be more fun if we watch them one by one.
Okay.
Make that roll. I'm just checking. Give me 1 second, because I just want to double check for a luck check how we do that exactly. Because I think it's not that you're trying to. I think you're just trying to roll over. You're just trying to roll. Pardon me. Under your luck.
I think it's under. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no modifier on it. We're just going to roll a d20, and if you get less than your luck, then you've succeeded. And if you get more than your luck, then it's passed. So who would like to go first?
I think feeling the wind pick up, Roscoe's going to tie himself to the cart real quick.
Okay. Very subtly.
We'll assume Frosty's out of the cart by now, because clearly you can't sleep for that long.
I mean, the cart's got to be heavier than I am, so.
Yeah, I would assume Frosty's out of the cart. So we're going to start with Ryan. Ryan, who was lifting the
that was Zoth. He was carrying the cart.
So let's have Zoth make a luck check. So we're gonna roll just a flat d20, and what is his luck?
It's just the number, not the modifier, right?
Yeah, the problem is if we roll the modifier, like if we roll the actual luck stat, it's gonna add the modifier in, and I don't think we want to do that.
I think you just have to roll under the stat.
We're rolling a d20, and we just want under.
Okay, so his luck is 12.
So instead of rolling the number beside, you're just gonna pick your 20-sider up and roll it in our tray.
That's
okay, so he's gonna have to make a save. Now, who's your next character?
Roscoe.
So let's roll his luck.
Actually, I was looking at
that was Roscoe.
Yeah, they're both the same.
Okay.
Actually, Zoth is worse. So Zoth fails. Roscoe. Does he get any kind of help from the rope? He's tied to the cart.
Yeah, I'll give you a +1 dice. So you're rolling a d24. So make sure your +1 dice is clicked, and then roll that.
Okay, that is good. That's 10.
Okay, perfect.
Actually, I probably in that case you would probably want a minus die.
Oh, pardon me. Right? Yes, of course.
That's okay. He passed anyway.
He passed anyways. And your last guy?
Eldrin. His luck is 14.
There you go. So you're rolling a d20. You want to get a 14 or less.
That's a natural 20.
That did not work. That did not work out so well. Okay, so the two characters, we're going to make reflex saves. I can tell you we're just going to be like totally out in the open about this. The reflex save is a DC 10. So if you fail this check, they are blown off the bridge.
All right, Zoth. Oh,
and it's a reflex save. Zoth is gone. Zoth is gone. And roll for your other character.
I thought it would be a more glorious death, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, at least he didn't get sold into slavery. It's fine.
He dead also.
He's dead also. So Brian is down to one character already. Let's move on to Kayla. Kayla, who are we luck rolling for first?
Roscoe.
I think Southwesterson would have been in the lead of the three.
Oh, I guess it could, yeah.
Yeah, you could have used. Well, you can use luck to modify those rolls.
Let me see if it would. Okay, so the natural 20, I'm not gonna get any help with that. That's not gonna be enough because that's a critical.
But you could modify your saving throw as well with your luck, right?
Right.
So if you need a 10. So if Eldrin spends 5 luck, he stays on the bridge.
Zoth. I don't care about Eldrin. I want to save. I'm trying to save Zoth here.
Okay, so Zoth would need to spend 6 luck.
Done.
So reduce his stat by 6.
Okay.
So he's now 6 luck to save him?
Yep.
Oh my god.
So he now has a luck of 4. But he's alive.
Oh god, this guy's screwed.
Oh, a raid. Thank you.
And I'll let Eldrin die.
Goat Gaming Syndicate coming out. Bomb Clancy. The Bomb Clancy?
The Bomb Clancy. Hi, friend.
We know you. We know you. Okay. So you don't lose but you lose the other character, right?
Yeah, I removed him from Fantasy Grounds. He did.
Oh, don't delete
Eldrin
them.
is who you-
Don't delete them. Did you delete them?
No, I just cleared it, I think.
Okay, don't delete your characters.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still there. I can still get him.
Who did you kill? Eldrin?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Eldrin is gone. You
I'm
hear Eldrin
taking
like
notes,
"Ah!"
by the way.
And I think Eldrin was at the back of the party, wasn't he?
He was at the very back.
He was
yep.
the nervous one. So the wind just sweeps him off. Yeah. Kayla, let's see who of your characters may be meeting
Okay.
their end.
So Southwesterson would have been ahead of the other two for sure.
All right.
Playing his ukulele, he's really not that upset about this journey so far. He's gonna have a good song to write afterwards, hopefully, if he survives.
I
So I
can
just
see
roll
that.
a flat d20 and then add whatever my.
You just roll flat d20 and you're trying to get under your luck.
It's a terrible. Yeah. Nope, not under my luck, over my luck.
No, you want under.
Okay, so nope.
No?
My
I
luck
didn't see
is
the roll.
7. Oh,
No, you
didn't
gotta
see
roll it in the tray. Roll it in the tray. It's got to
I
be
did.
in the tray.
it? Okay.
Am I alone in not seeing
No,
it?
I didn't.
No,
see
I
it.
can't see it
I
either.
didn't see it.
It maybe didn't land in the tray.
Okay, let me try.
So you're
again.
just picking up the 20 side at the very
Yep.
bottom of the page and just
Mhm.
roll that into that tray.
Yep.
There we
see it
go.
rolling.
There you
Oh, okay.
12. What was their luck?
7
Okay, so that's bad.
Yeah.
And then your next character,
is East Southley. He's the one that's been drinking from the flask.
East. Okay.
Let's see how he does. He's kind of medium on this whole experience.
All right. Here comes the luck roll.
Nope. His luck was 13.
What'd you roll?
19. Did you guys not see it?
Nope.
No, you're not,
You
hit,
didn't do it in the
you're not
tray.
hitting the tray, so we're not counting it. It's got to hit the tray. Okay, there we go. Made it.
Okay.
Made it. Okay.
See,
and then
I see both those rolls in the chat from East.
Oh, weird.
Do you
Okay,
see that?
last one.
Okay.
Well,
so
East is the character that it's tracking for all your rolls, but you're
Yeah.
rolling for the different characters. There's a
Right.
way where you can change.
Oh,
which
I
characters
gotcha.
roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
You hit the little chat button on the top
Mhm.
of your character sheet, and that'll change who's rolling.
But that's not necessary.
but not
for this.
necessary. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
Okay,
want
cool.
to.
So your last character, what's their luck?
So last character is North Cardinal. She's the one that is not into this at all. Her luck is 13. Lucky
Go ahead
number
and roll that.
13.
Hey.
Well, they're okay too. So
They
the
all
one
made
character,
it.
the first character, they all made it, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
did.
look at you, Affy. You want to do yours now?
Sure.
Do
This
it.
will be Andella. Her luck is 13. Rolled a 14.
Oh.
No. next one.
Kaylessa is 15. Rolled a 9, so
Okay.
she's okay.
Yeah.
And Gwen, 17. Her luck's 15.
Okay, so we need saving throws from Gwen and Della, right?
Well, can I use luck to modify it now? So I don't have to do the reflex save?
No, you can. I don't think you can use luck to modify the luck roll, but
Okay.
you can use luck to modify your reflex save.
Okay.
So here's your reflex save,
Oof.
DC 10. You got a 4. You'd need to spend 6 luck to keep Andella on the bridge.
See how Gwen does first.
Oh,
Oh, it just tipped over. What the shit
So
is that?
both of them are gone, or you're spending some luck.
I'm spending
These damn
some luck.
digital dice.
So you said how much for Andella?
Andella would have to spend
Spend 6?
6 luck.
You guys really burning your luck.
You do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do.
I mean,
Okay.
burn luck or be dead. So
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
move
Andella's
on.
gonna spend it.
Okay, Andella's gonna spend it. Is Gwen gonna spend it too?
Yep, I already did her.
Okay. So none of them go. Rosanna, let's do your 2.
Hey, Wayne goes first.
Would have
Wayne.
3,
Sorry,
but you
didn't mean
sold
to
one.
say that.
Wayne.
Oh no, what's Wayne's luck?
8.
8? No. So Wayne's gonna have to make a saving throw. And who's the other character?
Rosine.
And let's see if Racine makes their luck roll.
Okay. Oh, hers is 15.
Oh, good.
Much better.
Oh,
Okay, the
Breaks it,
plus
breaks it.
the plus 1 doesn't count because we should just be rolling a flat 20. So you rolled a 15, so they're fine. Racine's fine. but your other character does have to make a dexterity saving throw. So a reflex save, and the DC is 10, or our poor tomato farmer with his gold piece is being blown off the bridge.
It was all for nothing.
It was worth it.
So go ahead and make that reflex. Made it. Stays on the bridge. Okay. So we've only had the one so far, right? Just Ryan's poor sage. Chris, let's do the Three Stooges here and see if they're coming or going.
All right.
There's no way they're all gonna make it.
So
No
Happy
way.
Jolly Flakes is first. He failed.
He failed his Next.
Next is Twinkle Pepper Balls. He
Failed
failed.
his luck.
This is good.
No, it's great.
It's
Beat him out
fabulous.
early,
Frosty makes it.
Frosty makes it.
of course.
Okay, so roll a reflex saving throw for Happy.
Okay. Happy. You know what? Wait on that. I'm gonna do Twinkle first.
Okay, do Twinkle.
This is Twinkles.
He's okay.
Okay. Now, if this guy fails, I want to explain why.
Okay. Oh, he fails.
Is it a concussion?
Oh no, he passed. He passed. That's what you needed to pass.
Yeah, they all made it.
Yeah, they all made it.
So they are fighting in the storm on the bridge. They're that fearless.
They're fighting
Okay.
each other.
Yeah, they're just like horse playing. They're idiots. It's like Lieutenant Dan
But nobody
in-
goes
in
over.
Forrest Gump. They're like
Alan?
calling the storm on.
Alan.
Okay, let's go here. We got Rundle. He's going first. He's got a luck of 11.
Okay.
And he just missed it.
He
With a
just
12.
Oh no.
Okay.
12.
Oh no. Okay, so now we're going with Port. He's got a luck of 15, so hopefully he'll be okay.
Hopefully. Don't ever say that. Oh,
Oh, he
he's
got
okay.
it too. Yeah, he's good.
He's good. He's good.
And last but not least is Badger, who's got a luck of 12. And
He's
Badger
good
makes
too.
it.
So in this
Nice.
storm, you only lose the elf who's at the back of the party.
Most cautious character of all. Perfect.
Too
Oh, Rundle's
cautious.
got to make a save
Yeah.
though. Rundle's got he's got 12. His luck was only he missed his luck by 1
Oh,
point.
that's right.
Oh, okay. So Rundle make a reflex saving throw.
Now, what do I need to roll under my luck point for that, or
No, you're gonna roll. You're gonna use the reflex saving throw roll, and you're trying to get a 10 or higher to grab the side.
okay?
If you double click reflex, it should roll it automatically for you, or you can click and drag it over.
I got it.
Oh, failed.
Failed. Oh no.
So Rundle would have to spend 7 luck to.
Yeah, Rundle's
remain-
over the. Rundle's got only 11. He's a healer. He was my stat character, so he's done. Rundle's
He's done?
Oh.
Okay.
Rundle's a little wussy anyway. I didn't like him.
So the two, both Rundle and the elf. Is Rundle just a human? What did
He's
what
a human.
What was Rundle's profession? I mean, what did this?
He was a
man
healer.
do? He was
Not
a
like
healer.
one need that.
Yeah, you wouldn't need
No,
that.
right.
You
Not
wouldn't
need
need
that at all.
And
The only
over they
one,
go.
of course.
So in the winds and the storm and the flashes of
You
lightning,
know what? Actually, I'll spend this. I'll spend the 6 points to keep him alive.
How dare
7
you.
points.
It was
That
7
way
points.
he's like-
How
7
dare
points.
you? How dare you?
That way he's my.
Okay. Well, the party is still relatively intact. So the storm subsides, and the rest of the day walking, you are exhausted, you are cold, you are tired. Is there anyone with a stamina of 7 or less?
Yep.
Not here.
2 of my characters.
Okay. If you can put those characters catch cold from the wetness and dampness of the storm, and if you can put on the front of their character sheet, there should be a place where you can write a note for them.
Notes? Yeah. Just
Is it
notes
not
in
on the
general.
front?
It's on a tab called Notes.
Oh, there's a note tab. Okay,
Yeah.
these characters. So who? Let's name those characters. Who are the characters that are sick? Kayla, who's your character that's sick?
East Southley and Southwesterson.
Oh, both of them.
Yep.
Okay, so sick characters are at -1 to attack and damage and ability. Anything that deals with strength, agility, or stamina, they're at -1.
So -1 to stamina.
Just put even if you just note that they're sick, I've got down here what it affects.
Okay.
Affy, who did you have that had 7 or less stamina?
Nobody.
Nobody? Anybody else with a character with 7 or less stamina? No? Okay, so Kayla, just your crew is sick. The storm just abates as basically nighttime comes and they get the chills. Again, everyone is still horribly tired, and you now feel that if you don't rest, you'll take some sort of penalty on the following day for not being rested.
I 3 are going to set up camp.
Yeah.
Okay. So everyone finds a place to lay down and sleep for the night.
Just on this like 20-foot wide bridge.
I think we should burn the tomato cart for heat.
I think we should tie ourselves to the tomato cart just in case another storm comes.
Actually, we should roll to see if the tomato cart didn't get blown over.
Yep.
No,
One of the guys has actually died to it.
The tomato farmer was not blown off, so he's with his cart. Obviously, maybe that's what saved him. Who knows?
Okay.
I think the guy that Zoth was carrying the cart, and he almost went off, but burned 7 points of luck to not die. So I'm going to say he probably held on to the cart.
Yeah, absolutely.
I kind of like imagine characters that are burning all their luck to stay on the bridge are just like on the edge, like oh shit, like waving their arms around, and then they like
that
just
definitely would have been
barely don't
Rundle.
fall
That would have been Rundle.
My next luck rolls are not going to be pretty.
No, they're not. It's true.
Roll under 3. Perfect.
It'll be great. Okay, so in the morning, Kayla, you can make a fortitude saving throw for each of your characters since they rested the night on a fort save DC 11 to see if those guys shake off their chills and their sickness.
Do I just roll a 20 or is that like stamina?
No, there should be a fortitude saving throw. If you bring up the front of the character sheet, there's 3 saving throws down the right-hand side, reflex, fortitude, and willpower.
Oh yeah, okay.
And we're making fortitude saves for each of them.
There we go. Let's see.
Nope.
6.
Nope. That was a failure. So do you want to roll for the other guy now?
Yeah. All right.
For
this is for
South?
Southwesterson.
Nope.
Oh dear.
So they're both not feeling well. So this is the 3rd day now that you're out on the bridge, and the day is cold and windy. And at midday, you can see that below you're passing over the wreckage of a ship in the ocean. It looks as though it's snared maybe on some coral, or maybe it's just a sandbar there or something. As you look down at this wreckage of a ship, you start to see movement, and then a pack of bird-like monsters begin to rise from the deck of the ship, flying up towards everyone on the bridge.
This wasn't in the brochure.
Ross quickly ties himself to the cart again.
Yeah, Wayne will like to hide under the carts and grab a tomato.
And grab a tomato.
Yeah.
I like that. I've got some art here for you.
North Cardinal just like shrieks and kind of like crouches down and starts shaking. She's not happy.
Sharing and share. There we go. So these vicious looking birds fly up, and we're going to roll our first. We're going to do our first initiative.
Oh shit.
So I have to put everyone in the party sheet first. Is that the case, Affy?
No, you just drag and drop them onto the combat tracker.
I don't, because the party sheet's empty.
Yeah, usually it's tracked with the combat tracker, but if it doesn't populate, then you'll have to do that as well.
I just drag and drop everyone onto the combat tracker then?
Yep.
Are we rolling individual initiative, or how are we doing it?
I think it will do it for us.
You have to manually do it, Jar.
Do I?
Yep.
Okay. Well, just a second. Let's get everybody situated here first.
Oh, I'm excited first
I
battle.
think it works like you roll the highest one of your characters for your group initiative. I think is how it works.
Well, usually that is how it works, but because we have the lovely combat tracker and it can just track everybody really easily, I think I'm just going to let it do the initiative for everyone. But I do need to add the encounter. So one moment, I'm pulling that up here.
In the meantime, we've got a lovely piece of art that I can share.
Yay.
There you go.
It
So
is
Affy,
free.
do I just drag the shield onto the combat tracker and it'll put everything on there for me?
The shields? No, you can actually just drag and drop from the top bar where all the pictures are.
No, for the bad guys.
Oh, for the bad guys, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Bridge day 3. There we go. And then menu. And then I just click the initiative button, right?
Yep.
And roll all initiatives.
You got it.
There we go. There we go.
Cool.
So the birds swoop up and over the sides of the bridge and begin to, just like carrion birds, circle, and they're diving on the bridge. So it's Port to lead us off. So who is Port?
Port's my mariner. He's a
There
little,
you go.
he's a little halfling.
Oh, he's
Well-
got this.
Well, it's Port's turn first. I think I have to maybe put the flag on Port to start things off. Is that right?
Port ain't scared.
The
He's-
little circle
shit.
beside port.
Yep.
Just click that.
There we go. Okay. So it looks like Port's already got some wounds, so we need to change that. It looks
How
like
did Port get wounded?
I think you put his max hit points in as his wounded hit points as opposed to
Yeah.
his.
Oh, okay. I should
So-
have done. Okay, I think it's
and
good now.
Now he'll look dead. So give me a moment here. Okay. That's fixed. That's fixed.
Okay.
So what would Port like to do?
Port has a knife, has a dagger +1, and like to stab the closest creature. If he
Okay,
can.
so as one swoops by, Port swings his dagger.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll that. So
how would I do that in this game? Do I click toward my?
on the character sheet,
Yep.
the very last page,
Did it.
Actions.
the very last page under actions, there should be.
Yep, I see it.
Yep. So if you throw it, you use the one with the bomb. That's the throw weapon. And if you swing it, you use the dice beside your melee weapon. You see that? How it's
And I
got them
double
both
click on
there?
that die,
Double click on that die, and it should give us a roll.
and he rolls 15. Is that a hit or?
Did it track over onto that? Yeah. So
It's
we're
actually 16 because he gets a +1.
yeah.
with
So
it.
we would normally be clicking on tokens and that for targeting, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Can you guys see the? I don't think you can see the.
No,
birds
they're
on-
invisible. You'll just have to make them visible to us.
Can you see them now?
Yes, I can. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't see anything.
Did you scroll
Alright.
down? There's like a scroll on the side of the.
Yeah.
combat
First of all, you
tracker.
have to open the combat tracker. So if everybody, let's just take a deep breath here. Okay. So top right corner, you will see a number of tokens, and
See.
there is a combat tracker, and if we open that, we're going to see the initiative and the number that you got for initiative there. So what did you roll to hit? You rolled a 16. That is
Yep.
a hit. So you hit one of the birds as it goes by. Can you roll the damage for me now? So on the same place on actions, you just click
Yep.
the damage button and double click it, and it should give us a damage roll. 5. Nicely
Wow.
done. So you quite literally, as this bird swoops by, you hit it with your knife, and it just it runs down the length of your knife, feathers everywhere, and it slides across the bridge. It leaves this huge blood stain as it slides across the invisible bridge. And then you notice as it slides past the party, 30 feet behind the party, it just falls off the bridge.
Oh, shit.
So
No.
Port's kind of going, winner, chicken dinner. Whoa.
It slides and it's almost stopped, and then it just rolls over the edge. So 30 feet behind you, there is no more bridge. And we're going to put a 3 in there. Okay, so one of the birds is dead. So if you look at the combat tracker, there's a little arrow at the bottom of the combat tracker, and if you click that down arrow, it's going to pass the turn on to whoever's turn is next.
Okay, so it's Wayne's turn next.
Wayne was scuttling under his wagon. Does he keep with that plan?
He'll come out with his club.
Okay.
Swing it and go back.
Okay, so he reaches out and swings at one. I'm gonna let you do that, but in order to get back under cover for Wayne, he's gonna get a -1 dice penalty. So make sure that the -1 dice on the bottom left hand is clicked, and then if you go into Wayne's character down to actions, there should be the club there, and it should adjust the club roll automatically. So D16 -1 for a total of 9. He misses the bird, but he does get back under his cart. So that's Wayne's turn. Gwen
is going to take her dagger and try to stab anything nearby that is hostile.
We're assuming the birds are like swooping and diving, and when their attacks come, we'll see if any of them hit. But you guys are welcome to use
natural
melee.
20.
A natural 20.
Wow.
Okay, so this is important in this game. So as we can see, it makes a roll on the crit table. So it immediately makes a roll on the crit table, and in this case, it inflicts an extra 4 points of damage with this strike. So instead of doing 5 points of damage, it actually does 9. Decimating. What kind of weapon was that?
A dagger.
A dagger. Yeah, just cuts it right out of the
it's
side.
actually like pinking shears, but it has the stats of a dagger.
Pinking shears?
Yeah.
Like scissors?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's why you don't run with scissors. See, Mom was right.
Mom was right all along. Okay, Gwen, and doing anything else on your turn? Yeah, you can move if you'd like.
Provided I'm not going to provoke any sort of opportunity attack, I'm gonna move closer to the cart.
All right.
Just to kind of...
I love that the cart has become like the center point of the party.
It's the safety net, the safety blanket.
It's its own character now because Ollie got sold.
Okay, it's Rosine's turn. What does Rosine do? What can Rosine do?
She has 2 daggers.
And nice.
So she has 2 weapon fighting.
Yes.
Does that mean anything?
2 weapon fighting. So you just, if you click the button, if you see up beside 2 weapon fighting, there's a little circle. If you just click that, and then you just roll the attack dice twice.
Okay.
And it'll apply a dice penalty, I believe, on you for 2 weapon fighting. Yeah, so it's a D16. So the 9 misses, but you can roll again with your secondary attack. A natural 20.
And I have what's it called? I have the broken star affects critical hits and fumbles. For these modifiers are doubled. Don't know.
Oh, okay. So when you roll on any roll on the crit table is doubled for the attack. Now hold on a second here. So let me check that critical hit table really quick. This book, so DCC, a massive book, and a lot of it is simply that it's not so much that it's heavy on rules, but there's crit tables and there's spells to be considered, and yeah, it's quite extensive in all that. So to get all that stuff in, I'm just checking the crit table now, if I can find it. Critical hits, here it is. 0. A 0 level character. Okay, so sorry, go ahead.
I was just asking Rosanna if that was one of her characters, like star signs or something, like a feature.
Yeah.
It's under lucky roll. It's called the broken star.
Okay.
So everybody should have on their character a luck modifier of some type.
Gotcha.
So on that table, for the luck table, we rolled a D4. For the crit table, we rolled a D4 plus 1. So it would actually be a D4 plus 2. So that would jump to a 6. So that is a lucky strike that disarms the foe, and you gain a free attack if the enemy stoops to retrieve their weapon. Now you can always choose less on the table. So in this case, it's probably better just to take that additional +4 damage with the strike. For strike, and it technically says you're striking the foe's kneecap. Either way, the dagger cuts through the bird and kills it.
Do birds have kneecaps? I don't think so.
Oh, they do, little kneecaps, absolutely.
Just tiny ones.
That's how you get them to retire from adventuring. Okay, Ollie was sold, so we're gonna skip poor Ollie, and Zoth, it's your turn.
How many birds are we talking here?
How many birds are we talking? Let me check that for you. There was about 7. There's 7 of them that came up. 3 of them have been slain by your friends.
Okay. So Zoth pulls out his staff off his back. He swings around and takes a shot at the closest bird.
Excellent.
Oh, I rolled twice. They were both bad.
So. That's okay. So that misses. Does Zoth circle the cart as well?
Yeah.
I think he was helping with the cart.
He was holding the cart, yeah.
Yeah. So we're moving on to the next. Let's see here. Who do we have? Happy Jolly Flakes.
He is so badass. All right, he's gonna use his
Oh,
sling.
hi, Bill.
Hi, Bill.
So like the 3 of my
Good
guys,
cookie.
they don't go to the cart. They go like back to back. Like they're just like
Lined up.
the
Like
holy.
the Avengers? Like the
Yeah.
Avengers, and the camera circles around them?
Exactly. It's like the Holy Trinity, man. They're like, we're gonna own this shit, and then they're gonna miss and die.
Okay. I totally want to kill Happy.
14.
Who are you
That's-
kidding? You want us all to die.
That
Yeah,
slingshot
that's
hits,
the
my
point.
man. That slingshot hits. How much damage? A sling
1.
does a D6?
Yeah. No, sorry, wrong dice, wrong character.
You rolled Pepperball's short sword there, dude.
There you go.
1. Okay,
Cheater.
well, the slingshot hits, but it doesn't kill it. Roscoe. What will Roscoe do?
Sorry, the cat was eating my microphone. I had to.
That's okay.
Okay.
Fend off the beast.
Choke
He's-
them with the ropes.
He has been fended off. He is going. What does he have? He believe he's a
He has
dagger.
rope.
Yeah, he's not going to hit him with rope. He's going to go with the dagger.
Okay. Roll that dagger.
Probably not going to throw it. So let's try this. That's a terrible.
That is a miss. So Frosty.
Frosty is gonna use his mighty shovel.
Yes, he's swinging a shovel. Oh, that was almost a 20. Did you see that? It
Yeah.
almost hit the 20. And I
Sick.
also that's some serious shovel damage. The same one that Happy had hit.
Yep.
So it like takes a sling, and then as it gets closer, it takes a shovel. It's like the cartoons when a bird gets hit in the beak, and the beak like scrunches all up. So there's only 3 birds left. Who has the lowest luck?
Oh, that'd have to be Rundle with 4.
Is anyone lower than 4? Check your characters. Does everyone have a lower?
Oh,
luck
hold on,
than
my friend.
4?
Hold on, my friend.
Oh,
Not I.
Oh no, it's 6. Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so-
good old Rundle.
So Rundle.
Rundle the healer. He's
Two
here.
of the birds are going to swoop on Rundle because
Probably not great.
he does have the lowest luck.
Well, I hope you're not rolling on that one because it's dead.
Oh,
die,
we'll
die,
ignore that
die.
one. We'll ignore that one.
Hit
go
the
down to
little
bird number
cancel
5.
button and it'll remove it from the combat tracker.
Oh, will it?
Yep.
The cancel. Where's the
There's like a
cancel?
little red circle at the end of its name, like at the end of the bar. That'll remove
There's a
it.
shield.
Mhm.
Effects. I don't see a red button. There's a no. That's a hostile helmet.
You can also right click on it and
There we
remove.
go. We can just delete it, right? That's what I'll do.
Glad we have Affy to guide us.
I got you. I got you.
There was literally a conversation like, I'm going to do this game and I want to do it on Fantasy Grounds, so you have to play. Okay, so we're going to ignore that. It was a good bite, but okay, here's the real thing. Here's the real deal. Does an 8 hit Rundle's armor class?
Rundle has an armor class of 10, so I will say no.
I think you're right to say no. All right. And then the next one bites as well.
No, we cannot see the dice.
Oh, you can't?
Nope.
Then you just have to trust me.
Oh.
A 15?
Oh, 15 hits.
It hits, and he's bit for 2 points of damage.
Oh, he's hanging on with 1 point.
Oh, nice.
That killed half the party.
Okay, who has the next lowest luck? So Rundle had, how much did Rundle have? 4?
Rundle has 5 luck. I thought he only had 4.
Okay,
He has
Rundle
5.
has 5 luck. Is there anyone with 6 luck?
Yeah, Zoth has 6.
Anyone else with 6 luck? Then this bird attacks Zoth. And gets a 14.
Yep.
Dealing 2 points of damage.
Still hanging in there.
Oh, he's not dead. He's not dead.
Oh, goes off.
Wow. Andella, it's your turn.
Andella's going to run at the healer and attack with her quarterstaff.
Okay.
Which is actually just like a giant spoon that she uses for her apothecary stuff.
Nice.
Hey, my mom used to beat me with a wooden spoon. That's a lethal weapon, all right?
Exactly. And
Any
that's a
kid that
hit.
grew up in the 70s knows that the wooden spoon is a weapon of choice.
But if you've ever like been in an industrial kitchen, they have like the really long ones with the big.
I know.
That's yeah.
My parents brought one back to intimidate my brother.
How much damage does the spoon do? Oh,
6 damage.
What's the damage?
Mass murder. That's what a wooden spoon does. Mass friggin' murder.
Yep.
Well, that kills that bird. Who do we have next? South.
Southwesterson pulls out his little dagger.
Mm-hmm.
And are there...
South is 6, so remember, whatever he rolls to hit, we're going to
Oh.
subtract 1 from.
Shoot. Okay. Are the birds still just flying around?
Yeah, there's 2 left.
Okay. He tries to stab one with a dagger, I guess.
It sounds good. It sounds good.
Yeah. So I just click the little melee
Yep.
button.
Yeah, on your dagger.
Yeah.
There should be a D20 there.
Oh, cool. I see. Yep. Okay.
And if you double click it, it should give us a roll.
Sweet.
There we go. 11. That does not hit. The bird manages to fly away from that.
Seems fair to me.
Rundle.
Rundle, in his panic state, is going to try to hit it with his club as he's freaking out in sheer terror.
Okay, do it.
Go on, Rundle. Like, he's screaming. Like, it's literally like, ah! And he goes,
Oh, nat 20!
Nice.
Oh, very. The force of the blow shivers your weapon free of your grasp. It inflicts 5 damage with the strike, but you're disarmed.
Oh.
So I would like Rundle to make a luck roll, just a D20. If he does not get under his luck, his weapon is going to fall off the bridge.
Oh
for
no.
rolling a 20? Okay.
Yeah. Well, you get an extra 5 damage, my dude.
All
So
right.
you did 7, which is good
So
for
now I
someone
have
who
to.
gets minus
So I have
2
to
on
roll
their-
a luck roll for this, or what do I have to
Yeah,
roll?
just give me a D20 roll.
Okay.
And so pick up a D20 and roll it, and tell me if it's under your luck.
Thank you, Marcus, for the
definitely
bits.
not under my luck. Wait.
So it just rolls off the edge, and you see it. The bird dies, and so you hit it, and the bird and the club just over they go.
Oh no.
Oh,
He
no.
thought he was a baseball player and just hit a home run and dropped it.
Poor Rundle.
Like the mic drop.
There's only 1 bird left, guys.
Wow.
And it's Twinkle Pepperball's turn.
Because he has a short sword, man. If he hits, it might actually be decent.
I
He
know
won't.
Twinkle's got a weapon.
No.
Does not hit though. East, it's your turn. East is also 6, so whatever we roll to hit, we're gonna subtract 1 from it.
Okay. That should be minus
Well,
1.
16 minus 1 is 15. It's
Yep.
still a hit. So now we're going to roll
Cool.
damage, but we are going to subtract 1 from damage because he's sick.
Okay. And I don't see my damage on here.
It should be right beside your to hit roll.
I know. Didn't show up though.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to check your character sheet quick. So here's
Yeah.
East, and under actions, short bow. There is no damage beside your short bow.
I know. Weird.
So hold on a second. I think damage add, and I think we just pull the d6 up and drop it in there.
Yep.
And there we go.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your d6.
Oh, what?
Oh, it hit. It doesn't kill the bird, but it hit the bird.
Okay.
Who do we have now? Kaylessa?
Kaylessa is going to take out her short bow and take a shot.
Oh, now the bows come out. Now the bows
Yep.
come out.
10.
That is a miss.
Mm-hmm.
Badger, what's Badger doing?
Badger is going to take out his net and his club and have at her.
Okay, do it.
So I'm going to try to net one. Oh, I guess I can't use the net. And that's not a weapon. So I'll just hit him with my club.
You can totally use the net.
It just says here I could just use the one. So, all right. So I roll a 6 and he misses.
Don't ever worry. Hey, listen, don't ever worry about what your character sheet says. If you want to use something, just
I want to throw the net on, but with a 6 it would have missed. So
a 6 it would have missed. Yeah, you did not catch him in the net.
No.
North. What are you going to do?
Right, that's me.
Literally just saying in the chat, my names are all directions.
That's why I was distracted. Well, North has been panicking this whole time. She really doesn't like this, but she's gonna try and shoot with her sling. She's got a few rocks in her pocket.
I like it.
An 8.
But that does not hit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So this bird does not return to the bridge. That's the end of the round, and it sort of just glides over and starts flying back down towards the boat. We have gone a little overtime as far as we would have normally had a break by now. So we're going to take a very quick break. We intend to play for just almost another hour, but I think I could certainly use another coffee and maybe use the washroom. So let's go to break, and we'll be back in like 5 minutes to see if the party reaches the hole in the sky.
Dun, dun, dun.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. We are fed and watered and peed.
And peed and all that.
Yep.
We are back. So the bird, the lone bird flies down, and there's a couple of you have nasty bite wounds from the birds, but no one was swept over the edge, which is probably a good thing. And you can now see the blood stain from the one bird that leads back 30 feet, and there's no bridge behind you.
Fuck, we better keep moving.
Are there any birds like carcasses left on the bridge?
No, just some. Sure. Actually, let's say there is one.
Put him in the cart.
Oh, Badger's going to go skin it right now.
I don't know if we
He's
have
like, well, we
time.
needed some food later. He's going to take his little club and start ripping
He's got to
typical
pluck it.
hillbilly. Stand on the
Good
wings,
idea.
pull the feet, get the breast out, throw it over his shoulder. Let's go.
Take
All right.
this bird and
Put it
plug
in the cart.
So it's not long before you have, the carcass of something. It's quite large. Like we're talking like bigger than a turkey.
It'll keep
Legit.
us all fit. Be good for the good. Put it in the boat. Be good.
It's totally legit. So off you continue walking. Who's leading the way at this point?
My 3 doofuses.
I think
Okay, so
Adela is probably close to the front as well.
okay. So as the 3 doofuses lead you along, the day's almost done. The sun is setting, and of the 3 doofuses, who has the lowest luck?
That's a good question. It's tied between 2 of them with 13.
Okay. Which 2?
Frosty and Twinkle.
Okay, let's have Twinkle then make a reflex save.
A reflex save.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Really good. So
Wow.
Twinkle, like his last step, there's no bridge there anymore. And, the other two grab hold of him and pull him back. And sure enough, feeling around, the bridge has ended.
They're a bunch of dicks, so they don't tell anyone.
Well, everyone.
No, I'm kidding.
Everyone sees it. They can't help but not see it. And, in the distance, as you stand at the end of the bridge now and look around, you could see some sort of anomaly in the sky. It's far off, but there's something there. There's a strange sort of reddish glow out there in the sky.
This is already the second day. The end of it.
This is the end of the third day.
Oh my god. Where'd the whole second day go?
We
The
walked.
second day was the storm,
Right.
and then you slept that night on the bridge, and then this is day 3. You've walked all day. You fought the birds around midday, and then as the sun is almost down, the dynamic trio finds that the bridge ends.
I'm keeping notes, by the way, gang. I got us.
So I have for Rosine something called heightened senses.
Yep.
Can I look out and try to discern what that red coloration is?
Absolutely. Make a heightened sense roll, and that should be on. It'll be on one of the tabs of your character sheet. You got 11. Yeah, she doesn't discern too much from it either, other than that it's quite large.
Kaylessa has a spyglass and heightened senses.
Oh, so we're not even going to worry about a roll. As
Okay.
you lift the spyglass, you can see with your spyglass that there's like just like when on the hilltop the air sort of just ripped open and you could see through into another place. You feel like it's something like that. You're seeing through into another place. There's sort of a red tinge or glow to this other opening, but it's still too far. However, with your spyglass, you can notice it is moving closer to you, almost like it's orbiting, and you would expect that it might even reach the end of the bridge shortly.
Right. Well, I will inform the others of that information.
Okay.
Can I use my falcon? Just have them fly
Sure.
around.
Yep. Yeah, because you're a falconer, right? So
Yep.
anything that you like, it would be you could probably command it to retrieve or attack or things like that. Whatever you'd like to do with it. So whatever's sort of feasible that we think a falconer or someone trained in that could do. That's the same for all characters, by the way. Like if your character is a cook, we can assume that they can, make a meal out of nothing. And if you're a stable boy, then we can assume that you're relatively good around horses. If you're a gong farmer, then we know you're good at finding shit. These are all things that you can do. So a little bit of time goes by, and sure enough, that opening is coming closer. And by the time the moon is out, this red sort of hole in the sky, for lack of a better term, rests directly at the end of the bridge.
Well, who's first, friends?
You can't see anything through it like the other hole. It's just sort of this red miasma of spiraling energy.
Yeah, Rosine will send her falcon into the hole
Okay.
and see if he comes back.
Yep. So it's about 15 feet. It's like a 15-foot diameter, window. And as the bird goes into it, these blue fingers of energy, crackling blue fingers of energy, sort of wreathe the hole, and then the falcon is gone.
She'll command him to come back. Does he come back?
No, nothing happens.
Oh no.
Looks like we're having chicken for dinner.
All right.
Chicken
The
and tomatoes.
handsome brothers are at it again. Twinkle just runs through it.
Okay. So again, as Twinkle hits it, this blue crackling energy. It's almost like when you like a water drop into a pool of water, and these crackles of energy spread out across the diameter of the hole in the sky, and Twinkle disappears.
At which point Frosty kind of looks at Happy. He's like, "You gotta hit me. You gotta hit me. You gotta hit me." And he kind of slaps him across the face, like to pump him up. And Frosty goes in.
Same effect. Same effect.
Adela's following.
Yep, Rosine's looking for her bird.
So one by one, everybody's disappearing. Whoop, whoop, whoop,
Yep.
whoop.
Yeah, south willingly, east would go. And I think North Cardinal at this point is not too sure. I think she's kind of freaking out a little bit.
Okay. So
Having-
North sort of hangs back and everybody's disappearing. Anybody else hanging back?
Having learned a lesson from my elf friend, I'm right in.
Okay. What is the cart going in?
Of
Yeah.
course.
Of course.
It's our security blanket. It has to
That's
come.
his livelihood.
Yeah.
So in it goes. Maybe Alan, all of your troop
Yeah,
going
all mine
in?
are going in.
So finally, everyone is in, and North is standing alone on an invisible bridge,
Yeah.
half a mile above the ocean.
Yeah, I almost feel like she kind of needs to like talk herself into it. Could I roll something to like?
Absolutely, a
yeah.
personality check.
Okay. All right. Oh God.
Oh, dear.
Oh no!
Oh no! She rolled a 1 - 1.
She jumps off the side of the bridge.
Do you want to say she? Do you want to say she waits out on the bridge?
Yeah, I don't think she wants to go in. She's
Okay.
too scared.
So as the rest of you step through the hole, your ears pop, and the sudden warmth of this place makes you momentarily dizzy. You're in what must be an entirely different world. The air is misty, but as best as you can tell, the sky is a bright magenta color. You're standing in what appears to be some sort of a bamboo forest, but the bamboo is thinner and flatter than anything you've seen before. Looking behind you, you cannot see the porthole. Your companions seem to step out of thin air. The air is heavy and has an oppressively intense scent, like saffron, maybe. Off in the distance, you see a single structure. The mist limits your visibility, but you see a dark structure rising out of the mists in amongst the bamboo forest ahead.
Dude, there's someone.
And our falcon can be seen sort of flying around in the forest here and comes back to
What does this structure look like it's made out of? Can we tell from this distance?
you can't tell from this distance. The mist is too heavy, but like it's silhouetted by the
Okay.
light of the
Okay.
sky. So you can certainly move closer to find out.
Ruin and Chad asked if anybody has checked on the cart.
Did the cart make it?
Oh, the cart made it through. The cart made it through. Everything's fine with the cart.
Thank God.
Check the cart.
The cart is the main character in this story.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Exactly. I wouldn't have it any other way.
That should be our emblem, a cart.
So North just gets left behind, huh?
Is North wait? Well, North can wait out on the bridge for the party to return.
Oh, are they returning?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe a
She
few.
doesn't either, I guess. We'll find out, won't we?
Like, is there a time limit where she'd finally be like, I gotta go in there?
I don't know. I guess we'll see how much time passes on the bridge versus in the weird miasma bamboo
Thanks for the
forest.
bits, Marcus. So she just sort of sits down and waits.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
you said we just kind of
She-
popped through thin air. I think Gwen would kind of like try to see if she can poke her head back through, or
All right. No.
kind of like pawing at
So
the air.
Gwen like looks around back where everybody kind of came from, and no.
All right. Well, that's unfortunate.
So are we going to make our way towards that structure?
Oh yeah, my three are
Yep.
already on their way there.
People live
Okay.
here?
The
Zoth
unkill-
picks
the
up the
unkillable
picks up the
three.
cart and just starts moving the cart towards the structure.
Yeah, there's a question. If Happy is in the cart with his being conceived on horseback, does that count as a mounted attack roll?
Oh my god. Get out.
I think it should.
You think so?
Or if he like is on the back of Frosty, like if Frosty gets on all fours and he climbs on his back like a horse.
Yeah, exactly. So as you move towards that structure, you see a shape amongst the bamboo ahead. It looks like a man, but walking like he's drunk.
A man.
And
My
he
goodness,
moves.
fella.
He moves in amongst the bamboo, and sort of leans against one and then staggers across in
It's a
another
zombie.
direction.
So who has the spyglass?
I do, Alyssa. Oh, yeah, give it a look.
Yeah.
The spyglass. See what's going on with that nonsense.
Okay. Up ahead, through the spyglass, you see a woman. She is wearing below the waist. She's wearing what appears to be leather armor, but there is no armor above the waist. Instead, she's just got sort of tattered rags, and she looks her hair and her just general appearance appears a little ragged, like she's maybe been left in the elements a little too long. You know, she looks windswept. Her eyes are are more open than say just a regular person looking at one another. Like her eyes are huge, like she's just looking everywhere, and she stumbles against a tree, and then as you're looking through the spyglass, she just very slowly turns her head and realize, and you're looking at one another over this great distance.
Ugh. That was
Let's
unfortunate.
rush her.
What do you
Uh,
see?
Well, she saw me.
You guys
What
can
does
now
that
see
mean?
that the shape is moving towards you
I
at
could-
funny angles too. Like she's like,
could not tell if she was alive, but I would be on guard.
What does that mean?
Well, you see, I looked through the spyglass, and then she looked back at me through the spyglass from over there. It was very odd.
He's
How
pulled
far
out
away
a
is she
short
from us?
bow. I'm not doing this.
right now she's about 100 feet, but she's closing.
What's the range on a sling?
Oh, I don't know. You've got plenty of range with your sling.
Yeah, East pulls out a short bow.
Happy just lets one fly at her.
Okay.
What?
Wow.
Roll the hit. Roll the hit, Happy.
You're gonna shit if I roll.
As he's like
40.
pointing his sling out, I'm like, "Hello, milady."
Yeah, Rundle's like a good guy. He
Okay,
wouldn't bother
so
that.
sorry, who's saying hello, my lady?
Zoth. As he puts the
Zoth?
cart down.
So
he's kinda-
Zoth puts the cart down. Hello, my lady, and just like over his shoulder, this stone goes zing, flies straight out and catches her in the head, and you hear her go like, ah! And down she goes.
I just turns
I
and
didn't-
looks back over his shoulder. Oop.
And she is now just, she's no longer moving. She's just a lump in amongst the trees ahead.
I said, be on guard, do not attack.
Rundle's like,
Is
"Oh
she
my
killed?
goodness, we
Is
have
she
to go help
dead?
her." Rundle's gonna go over to see whether he can help her or not, because he's a healer.
When
Thank God.
Happy
Rundle.
realizes he hit her, he makes it known that all her shit is mine, and just walks towards her.
Okay. Do you want to roll me damage?
I shoot Happy in the back.
You'll miss.
You sure about that?
Unkillable. He's happy.
Okay, so as people move up to see the woman, there she is with a massive welt where the stone has clipped her, and no doubt shattered her skull in one clean whack.
She alive?
No.
Oh, shit.
Frosty starts digging a hole.
David and Goliath here. Oh, the ditch digger starts digging. And she doesn't have any possessions on her except for she once probably had a suit of leather armor, but as I said, the top half, the jacket of the leather armor, gone, and she looks very disheveled. As now that you're closer to her, she is very underfed. It doesn't look like she's eaten very much in the last little while, and
No.
and yeah, and her eyes are still wide open, and they seem a little larger than they should be.
Does she have eyelids?
Yes, yeah, nothing creepy like that.
Okay.
She's just got really big eyes, almost too big for the size. Just imagine seeing a regular human being with anime eyes, right? They're just massive. They're you're not sure she's human, but those eyes are not human. They're just too large for her head.
Happy you're a murderer.
No, that's not a lady. That's some kind of freaky alien.
It is not. I just said be on guard. Don't kill her.
Happy, my guy. I think you did the right thing. We can't trust anybody here, and this is East, and he offers you a hit from his flask.
No, see.
Rundle's very clear. We can't be just killing everybody indiscriminately. We'll get hung. We could have talked to this person, and they probably could have told us where the freak we are. Now he's having a panic attack, right?
That's where I was going with that. That's what I was gonna do, but that didn't work out.
Ruin says meth is a hell of a drug.
Can we do some sort of check to see what's wrong with her, a medicine check or?
Who would like?
She's
to
dead. That's what's wrong with her.
Who would like to do that?
As the healer, I'll try that. See
the healer?
if I recognize it as a disease or something like that.
Okay, you've never seen anything like this. You have heard of on your home world, all of you have heard of strange magics that mutate. Magic is not a safe thing to play around with. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe it's some sort of magic that's done this.
It would explain why she saw me.
Does Rundle's the healer, right?
Yeah, he's a healer. That's
so
his
Rundle
occupation.
sort of inspects her skull, and this is not her. Even he can feel that even her skull is shaped in such a way to hold such big eyes.
Oh, grandma with big eyes.
I'm gonna kind of I want to Rundle being the good little guy that he is. He wants to tell everybody that maybe this wasn't quite right, but he's afraid that if he gives that information, that's going to give license to Jolly and Happy just to keep killing anything and everything. So he's going to kind of go over to who was the other Ryan? Who was your character? The one that's kind of on the same boat. That's kind of even well-mannered,
Zoth.
He's going to kind of wander over to Zoth. Can I speak to you for a moment, please, sir? And he's going to kind of tell him what he saw, and any other like-minded person, the people that aren't he's not going to tell Badger because Badger's got a big mouth. He's not going to tell
so
any
not
of
the
his
murder
guys.
hobos. Yeah.
Honestly, definitely not the murder hobos, not the murder twins.
Southwesterson is super nosy.
They're not
so
the murder twins.
he would
She
come
is
over and
evil.
ask.
The murder triplets. Sorry.
Kind of like the guys from Slapshot.
Yeah.
The Hanson brothers.
There we go. That's it.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll walk up with the healer.
I'm gonna kind of show him Rundle's gonna kind of show him what he saw. Rundle's very timid, very scared, but he's gonna this is kind of what I'm looking at. This doesn't look right. This shouldn't be this big. This shouldn't quite be this might be
the
do
two
the whole
most
look over
unlucky
thing to make
people
sure those
in the group.
magics.
The two most
Might be
unlucky.
magics. That kind of thing, right?
Dungeon Crawl
Yeah.
Classics Forensics.
Yeah.
CSI.
I think actually the two unluckiest people and the two that are wounded.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah, we're
I'll,
both the two wounded people.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, I think we'll inspect the. I'm just gonna take a general look over, see if I can figure out what's wrong with her.
Yeah.
Other than being dead.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that I think it's magic that did this. That's what Rundle's gonna say, but like a very, very hush hush, the over the shoulder type thing.
So maybe if our elven sage was here, he would be able to tell
Yes.
if this was magical in nature. Does anyone have a sage or anyone that they think might be able to have some knack for magic? Elves, any elves would certainly have a magic knack.
Alyssa is
I'm an elf.
Yeah, so as the elves look, yeah, you think maybe this is the result of being exposed to just energies of chaos or magic.
So magic myth.
Yeah. Exactly.
Would intelligence be a role for that?
No. In this case, your character would need some sort of knowledge of the arcane.
Once the hole's done, Frosty buries her.
Okay. Frosty buries her. That's nice of him.
That's noble.
He has to clean up after Happy all the time. He's used to this.
Wayne
All right.
will just yell out to Soth, carry the cart. Let's go.
What? I'm not carrying the cart. I have to hold my ukulele. This is a two-handed instrument.
No, Zoth.
And also, you're too stingy with your tomatoes, so I'm not helping you.
So South starts like, but she did cry out for Noth, right? For Zoth, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zoth is an indentured servant, so he's more than happy to carry the cart.
He's more than
Is
happy.
that his profession? Is that his profession?
he's a
Oh,
servant.
this is fantastic.
Oh man.
The cart has been
Yeah,
amazing.
right away. He goes over, he picks up the cart.
And South realizes that they were not being spoken to,
Oh, great.
which I love. So as the party travels on, they get closer to this structure.
Mhm.
So as you get
Does look
closer and closer, the structure
House
begins to
house.
take form in your perception. Soon you see it clearly, despite the mist. A 300-foot monolith covered in 50-foot long thorns. It looks not so much constructed as grown, like some kind of massive seed pod. There is an entrance, though, ahead of you. A 60-foot tall set of double doors with a giant latch.
This looks like a job for the triplets.
So, so basically, a massive, spiky, inverted pine cone. And keep in mind, like the doors, they're 60 feet high, massive.
I'll put
And
the cart down, just kind of look around, waiting for somebody to go up to the
Well-
doors.
Soth, what are you waiting for?
No, I'm carrying this cart.
God, I
It's
didn't realize
amazing.
how much Zoth and
Somebody's gonna
South
watch the
sound
cart.
alike.
Is there like any rocks or anything like that on the ground?
Oh yeah,
Like
sure.
Stones?
This is like a bamboo forest.
Okay,
so
I'm just gonna have Port's gonna pick up a rock and just chuck it at the door and see what happens. You just
Okay.
toss it. No, I'm not whipping it, just kind of tossing.
so you're
there's
gonna move up.
anything-
You're gonna move up and throw it at the door.
Yeah, be about 10 feet away and just chuck it at the door. Just toss it to see if it hits it and see what happens.
So you hurl the rock and it flies out of your hand, strikes the door. I mean, it's easy. It's so
Yep.
big. We're not rolling to hit, and you hear a solid thump as it hits the wooden door and falls to the ground.
Nothing happens.
Hey, wait a moment. Nothing happens.
He says, there, dust his hands. There, my job is done. Clearly the door is untrapped. Carry on, good sirs.
Great.
The party can tell as they've reached, now that they're up sort of in rock range of the door, they can see that the doors are so massive compared to you. There's actually about a 12-inch gap under the door.
Oh, really?
Well, East has a torch, so I think maybe he would light his torch,
Yes.
walk up to the door, and kind of like roll the torch under the gap.
So gonna light it and roll it under?
Yep.
Okay. So it rolls under, and you can see the flicker of the flame from beneath the door. You look under, you can see it. It's rolled in. Inside, you can see that there's some sort of small entry hall, and then it looks like it opens into a much larger, as if this pine cone spiky seed pod thing is hollow inside.
He said it looks like some kind of domicile, some sort. Looks like we might be able to get in.
Happy crawls under.
Okay.
How are we gonna get the cart in there?
Oh, first thing the cart can't do.
Tell you what, I'll volunteer to stay out here with the cart.
Frosty could dig a tunnel under it for the cart.
We'll get
Or
digging
Happy
then.
could just open the door from the other side.
Happy.
We could
Happy's
do
an
that,
idiot.
maybe. Maybe we could do that. I know it's crazy.
Hadn't thought of that.
Okay. Happy. You crawl under, and is Happy a halfling?
No,
No,
they're all
just first.
humans.
Okay. So he squeezes under. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, but you get under, and you see the torch that was rolled under, burning there. And inside, you see that this is a single huge room, a massive organic shape, like the inside of some colossal hive. Lights shine down from holes within the ceiling, and glowing creatures fly about in the distant expanse, throwing a strange green light across the floors and walls. Reclining against the far wall is a massive creature that looks like it would be 60 feet in height if it stood erect. It has red-brown fur and the head and face and trunk of a giant predatory beast. The creature's snoring rattles your heart in your chest. Hanging above it from what appears to be a massive tree branch growing from the inside wall is a domed cage of woven wood, more than 100 feet off the ground. From this angle, you can't see inside the cage, though.
That's the cage that the lady told us about.
Oh yeah.
Hey, what do you see in there, Happy?
So you guys are looking under the door. You're like, what do you see in there, Happy? What do you see in there? Chris, could you give me Happy's armor class?
Oh,
Just so you
dear.
know, as they're saying that, he's like, shut the fuck up.
Okay, absolutely. You're like, Happy turns around and goes, would you shut the fuck up?
AC 10.
Yeah, at that point, you guys see Happy get pulled up into the ceiling. You then hear as Happy just begins screaming in pain, and then everything goes quiet.
FYI, Happy can't scream. He has no feeling. He just dies.
Oh yeah, actually dies.
And the torch is just left burning there, and everything inside is quiet again.
Well, that was fun.
Like the way this appears to.
The fact that he
happening.
dies, at which point
You don't know if he's dead.
Well, they think he is. Twinkle and Frosty begin just to hammer on the door and try to rip it open.
Oh god.
Okay. So they begin like boom, boom, and they're not even moving this massive door. When you guys look up on the door, there is a latch. It's not like locked or anything. It's literally just like a little hook that like falls across onto the other door. But it's about halfway, about 30 feet up the door. But as I said, there's a crawl space.
Roscoe just starts backing up slowly.
Yeah. Backing up, letting them bang
So
away.
and anybody who looked under the door, just so we're clear, you saw Happy's like look back, and then he just lifted, like almost like he flew off the ground and disappeared.
How high up is the latch?
About 30
30
feet,
feet.
about halfway up the doors.
Could a halfling climb up that door? Figuring with all my years in rigging, the
with a
little guy
bit
might
of
be able
rope,
to
with a
climb.
bit of rope, you could probably throw it over the latch and climb up.
Miss
That's
I
Ryan
believe
over
this is
here.
a job for a rope maker.
Are the doors made of wood?
Yes, they appear to be.
So we could light them on fire.
Ah.
Absolutely.
I do have
Sure,
flint
and we
and
could wait
tinder.
3 hours till them burn down, or
That's-
we could just climb up and flip the
Frosty
latch.
pulls out his flint and steel and lights them up.
Okay, so hold on. Is someone trying to make the climb?
Yeah, Port's asking for the rope, so,
So
he
Port-
thinks he can make the climb.
Okay, so Port's like, give me the rope. I can make this climb. Meanwhile, Tweedledee and Tweedledum are like, get the flint and steel.
All right. So Roscoe comes up to the door and he hands over the rope and then he goes back again.
They're not the
Yeah.
smartest three in the world. Come on.
Badger's gonna go over and go, give me the flint. Just give me the flint. Give it to me. You lads, give me. Yeah, I'll flint. Get it now. And
So-
flint now. Go.
You would need to go gather maybe some down bamboo or something to get like a little bit of a fire going. You're not going to be able to just spark and hit the door and it goes up in flames.
Oh, that's just quitter talk.
And the wee fella, he's going for it now. Little Port's
Okay.
gonna go for it.
All right. With the rope, he braces his feet. He climbs up to the latch, and he can throw the latch if you'd like.
Yeah, he's gonna flip the latch.
Okay, so he does that.
Then he's just gonna rappel down, like just
Yeah.
kind of that, like just slide down, like Circus du Soleil, right?
What is Port's job?
He's a mariner. He's a seafaring
Oh,
mariner.
so yeah, no problem.
Just like I
There's
said,
no
he's just
problem
coming
with
down
ropes.
like it's just
He knows his way around a rope.
Like he's coming out of the
like
mast,
Circus
out
du
of the
Soleil,
crow's
just
nest.
kind of half sliding down.
He's like Captain Jack Sparrow coming down.
Oh no,
Dun,
Captain
dun,
Jack
dun,
Sparrow
dun,
wishes he was
dun,
Port.
dun,
That's
dun,
what I'm
dun,
saying. He's like da da.
Okay, so you reach the bottom. It would take a couple of people, but I mean, there's lots of you here. You could push that door open.
Yeah.
Now let's do it.
He bows and goes, once again, my job is done.
Fire would have been
Golf
cooler.
clap, golf clap from South for sure.
Thanks. Thank you.
Game recognized game.
Push
Port's
her
here.
open.
So you guys push the door open, and it leads into, as I said, one massive chamber. Many feet across, and
Do we see
there
Happy?
you don't see Happy. Do you look around for Happy? As you look
Yeah.
as you look up, you can see these large green sort of bugs flying about everywhere, and they let off a glow, and that's what's lighting the inside of this chamber, with the exception of your torch. And the Titan lies sleeping against the wall, and his breast literally, just like you're at a concert, the bass sort of rumbles in your chest, and there's that cage hanging from the branch way above him. You look up to see where Happy is, and he's nowhere to be seen.
What's holding the cage?
He's
Is
a
it-
magic man?
Chain or
There is a branch that extends out, and you're not sure, but it looks like the cage may be like actually a part of that branch.
Rosine will send her falcon up.
Okay. So the falcon flies in and up, and gets up near the cage and circles it, and then comes back down. The bugs fly past. They don't seem to bother the falcon at all.
Is there some sort of lock? Can we see from here?
No, you can't see from here if there's a lock or not.
How high up is it again, the cage from the ground?
More than 100 feet.
Wow. And that thing is sleeping.
Yeah, it was just, if we get the falcon to fly the rope up, we don't have 100 feet worth of rope. Then the little guy could climb up.
Doesn't Rope Man have 100 feet worth of rope?
I sure do.
Yeah, I thought
Okay.
so.
Yeah, let's send the Falcon.
He's got us, dude.
Who's the falconer?
Rosine.
Oh,
Can
there's
the-
all these
can the
bugs
Falcon
flying
tie
around
a
there.
knot?
You
Yeah,
know,
that's a
we
good-
better
that's a good
hold off
point.
on that because with all these bugs flying around, and one's already like yanked on happy, they might get us. So my three guys are going right up against
the
the
bugs
wall.
are quite large, but you're not sure that they could hoist a person up off the ground.
They don't seem hostile.
Well, there's
Yeah,
something that's hostile
they-
here that just whacked happy.
It could have been anything that whacked him. He's kind of an idiot.
Yeah.
Do you want to send the bird up with the rope?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you can do that, but I don't think there's a way for a bird to attach a rope to a cage.
Maybe the person in the cage can
No,
attach.
That's what I was
that's true.
thinking.
That's
Yeah,
true.
maybe we can
Okay.
at least get a
Oh, that's a
response.
good idea. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
I'll give
try
you the
it.
I'll give you the rope.
This is his good rope. Don't waste it.
This is a family heirloom. This rope.
So you get the falcon to grab hold of the rope. It takes a little bit. He starts like flying around trying to get because rope has a little bit of weight to it. And he gets maybe 10 feet off the ground, 15 feet off the ground, 20 feet off the ground when this vine comes flying out of the wall, hits the falcon. There's like a poof of feathers, and then just like a tongue from an insect, from a frog or something that has grabbed an insect, it pulls back into the wall above you.
Is the rope okay?
The rope just falls to the ground.
Okay, perfect.
Well, we know what got happy.
Yep.
What are we supposed to get out of the cage again?
There's someone in the cage.
According to what the lady in blue told us,
Yep.
Okay.
We
the
have to
prisoner
rescue the
is
prisoner.
there's a prisoner that's in a aloewood cage, and that she's going to be our ally.
Yep.
I have no idea what an aloewood is, but I'm assuming that wooden cage is what it is.
Yes.
Pretty good deduction skills there.
Rundle's good for something besides panicking.
Could we climb the tree?
You could climb the interior wall for sure.
Won't the
Yeah,
vines
not
just
till we
come
figure
grab
out
us?
this-
They might.
Not till we figure out what this vine is that's grabbing stuff. I don't want to go anywhere near that.
But that's the big guy.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
You go first.
Have you not
Can we-
seen Jason the Argonauts? This will not go well for us.
No, we lost the slings. We came and do like first Goliath, but
Yeah.
can we see what's holding the cage to the roof?
There's a branch that has grown out of the side of the seed pod, and the cage is made of the same wood as the branch, and it's all out there.
How thick is the
Suspended.
branch?
Very thick, like you could walk across it.
So East is like a hunter. Can he do maybe like an intelligence check or something to kind of discern what these bugs are that are flying around?
So the hunter takes a closer look, maybe, and
Sure.
hasn't seen anything like them before. And
Yeah.
one of the bugs sort of floats down and about halfway down the chamber, and your hunter gets a better look at it, and it essentially looks like a fly, about the size of a grapefruit, though, and it has this sort of greenish white brain on the front where its eyes and everything should be, and it glows that same sort of greenish white light.
And you say one got close enough to me?
Yeah, it comes about halfway down.
Oh, okay.
Comes about halfway down. So as your hunter is looking at that, suddenly this great shape drops to the floor in front, and it lashes out a vine at your hunter. What is their armor class?
10.
10. Totally hits it.
Oh.
So this vine lashes out off the top of what can best be described as a jack-o'-lantern. It then grabs your hunter and pulls it right back and deposits your hunter inside its like big toothy grin. And as your hunter goes in, greenish flame explodes from inside the jack-o'-lantern and it closes his mouth on him as he screams out in pain. How many hit points does your hunter have?
I think like 2.
2? So
Yeah.
he loses 1 hit point right
Okay.
away. We're gonna just show you a picture of the plant monster that has the jack-o'-lantern that has dropped.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
Its eyes and toothy grin just burst with this green flame inside, and it begins to just cackle. And it says it actually speaks to you as its vines start to drag it back across the ground towards the wall, and it says, "One by one, I'll get you all." And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Oh.
Brutal.
So we're inside the seed pod, and we've met this plant monster, for lack of a better term. We will be next week on Wednesday. We have Prep or Die, but the Wednesday after, we will all be back to see if we can get whoever's in that cage out, and to see
If we live.
if what's the hunter's name? Who got put in the mouth?
That was East Southley.
So will East survive the inferno within the jack-o'-lantern? You can probably see the bones of, was it Twinkle?
It was Happy.
You can see the bones of Happy inside the jack-o'-lantern as you burn. His bones crisp and charred and no flesh remaining.
So basically, Happy's not happy no more.
No, we've lost Happy.
Wow.
We have lost Happy.
He had a
Oh,
ton of hit
no.
points.
He would take 1 point of damage a turn while he's inside the jack-o'-lantern.
Wow. Yikes. I better get out of there
Yikes.
fast.
So we'll wrap there. Thanks everybody who came out and watched. We had some people follow. Thank you. We had some people throw bits at us. Thank you. We love that. And we will be back with more Dungeon Crawl Classics as the 7 of us figure this game out. We'll be back in 2 weeks for our next session
Weeks.
of the funnel.
Yep. And join us next week on Goodman Games Official here on Twitch. For
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Prep or Die is over on Goodman Games channel on Wednesday. Good point. Good
Awesome.
point.
Oh,
Excellent.
no.
Thanks everybody.
Yeah.
Are you gonna?
Thank you.
Are we gonna raid somebody? Should we raid somebody?
Yeah, we should definitely raid somebody because we got raided. We got to pass on the love.
Yeah, we gotta pass it on. Who can we raid?
I don't know. It's your channel.
You always make this.
It's-
We can raid. We could raid Total Party Chill. I think we raided them before.
Mhm.
Trying to see if anybody else does any of you guys know somebody that's on that could raid?
I don't know what rating means.
It means we take all of our viewers and we dump them into their channel.
Oh, neat.
Here's how you do it. I'll find you someone.
Guide the raid, friends. Guide the raid.
Died.
Oh,
I
Sam
always
is
say-
streaming.
Who is?
Sam, one of our players from the Friday night
There you go.
Ladies and NBs game.
Okay, so give me
Oh,
their
cool.
information and we'll raid them. Slash
Okay.
raid.
Night Owl Sam.
Stick around, you can get bonus points for being here while we raid. You get bonus points on this channel, which can certainly add to rolls, etc. Okay, here we go on the raid. Thanks again for watching, everybody. We'll see you in 2 weeks for more Dungeon Crawl Classics.
Bye, friends.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.